One night in our kitchen area, I got the kids to bed, and I was eating cereal. It was like 10 o'clock at night. That's a mom dinner, cereal at 10 p.m. And I was like basically standing there in the dark. And I looked over to the side of the wall. And when we first moved into we live in a small condo. When we first moved in there, Charlie and I put the Bible verse of James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4 alongside of it. And I stood there and I looked at it, and I was like, milk and cereal in my mouth, and I was like, count it all joy. And I just stood there. Count it all joy. Being persecuted and lied about, count it all joy. You're being slandered, count it all joy. You're being lied about, count it all joy. Your church is being persecuted, count it all joy. If there's graffiti all over it now, count it all joy. You have people coming in and out of your congregation, count it all joy. Count it all joy.
Okie dokie. Welcome to Alley Top Files. And today I have American Discourse. I am live with American Discourse. I'm going to bring her up right about now. Just give me 1 second. Hello.
Hi. How are you guys?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. I love the intro. Got me so relaxed.
Yeah, I think with all this stuff that's going on, let's just get
Zen.
I don't know. Let's like you said, like me and you were talking earlier. Let's like get out in nature,
Yes.
grass, and remember the good things in life.
Yes.
This isn't just everything. We're covering this heated topic right now, but also let's remember, godly creatures like flamingos, which I love. So
And I love that you love them.
thank you. Well, I broke both legs, and I think everybody knows that, whoever knows me. But yeah, I'm quirky, klutzy. He thinks I'm funny, and but today I really thank you so much for joining us, and I thank Baze because he introduced me to you. So thank you, Baze.
Shout out to Babe.
Shout out to Baze.
Shout out to Baze.
Baze is Baze.
Thank you for being a guest and joining us today.
Yeah.
We're really grateful that you decided to come on. So
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. What do you think about that video? First of all,
my initial thought was it felt like a really weird way, count it all joy. She said that with gritted teeth, and that's not necessarily a way to say anything joyful. I would have understood if she was a little bit more somber and just been like, count it all joy. But she almost said it with a vengeance behind her that was bothering me. I thought she would look a little bit more sad if she's talking about some of these things going through, but I actually saw this mad expression in her face where it seemed like she was just coming in pretty hot at a place that you wouldn't think you would. I could understand her being like truly crying, but I think that she actually sounded a little bit more like revenge style, and I wasn't expecting that. She looked sad, but she also came through and was like, found it all joy. Like, I don't know.
Yes, like almost, and she's like talking about a Bible verse as well at the same time. So I felt it was she was really angry, and I think she started crying. I think those were real tears. Some people were saying it was real.
It was hard to tell because I think how everything else came across on her, it felt like if I was in the audience, I feel like I would be taken aback. And I probably, if I were her, and I've said this from the beginning, she needs to go and take some real time off because the public perception she's giving to the world is not something I would want to be giving as the CEO and, on the board of other things person. So she's coming through not very positive, even though you're talking about count it all joy. So I would thought something else was going to happen in this video, and I was going to cut her a little bit of slack for maybe crying. But because she comes through a little bit more vengeful than I was anticipating, I think she's giving what she's given the whole time, which is not relatable.
I think she's been angry ever since. I don't think I've seen her not.
Yeah.
She's talking about, I think she's talking about people attacking
her
character. And she said she doesn't look at that stuff, though. She said, I don't look at that stuff. I don't care what people think of me. And then I heard this. I'm like, oh, okay. So it is taking a toll on her. So like you said, I think she should take a break. She shouldn't be doing these events, and she should let the others take over and do it. That's what I think. But.
Yeah.
Well, and would anyone have felt any sort of way about her? She took a time frame where she was like, I'm going to be off the map. No one would have felt like mad at her. Everyone would have been completely understanding, a good time to talk to her, to her team, her direct team, but not the world. It's a very bad time when you've lost someone, and if you genuinely did not know you were going to lose them, the person you become after that is maybe not the same person you were before. So
Yes.
I don't know that I would necessarily have gone on a world tour right after my
No.
husband was assassinated.
I don't think that's what anybody would do. How can you?
And it's unfair to
You can't grieve.
no, and it's unfair to actually expect that from somebody. Like you just said, if she would have just said, "Hey, I am taking over the company, but I am going to be out of the spotlight for a while. I need to step back. I need to evaluate what happened. I've got children." And if we didn't see her for 2 months, I don't think any of us would have blinked. Like we would have been like, "Hey, that's completely normal. Like she's taking care of her family. She's got a lot to adjust to."
Yep.
But she did the exact opposite, and then was sort of upset about getting criticism. And I find that very odd if you're going to put yourself in that kind of position.
Some people are saying, fake Christian lies about everything. Just stop. She looks high. I mean, maybe in the Club America one.
That one History Rocks one was a little off, if I remember correctly.
But we can move on. We got a lot to talk about today. What do I got? Oh, I want to get your take on the Frank Turk, and then we're going to get into Candace, and then a little bit of your stuff. Okay.
Perf.
So, all right, let me play Mr. Turk because this is weird. I feel like he's referencing an impact event, and I feel like he's referencing, a little bit. I've done this on Pastor Sundays. I talk about like all of pastors get together and they're going to call him the martyr.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank goes further than that. So
Doesn't he always? Frank's always a special duck, isn't he?
let's listen to this one because this one is just. I love this one.
White TV weeping uncontrollably. I mean, what's the matter? They killed the president. They killed the president. President Kennedy assassinated that day. I can still see my mother in my mind right now when she was 26 years old sitting on that ottoman. She's 88 today. But I can see her when she's 26. Why? Because it was an impact event. I never saw my mother cry like that. It was a shock. I don't remember anything before that and very little after that. Where were you when the second plane hit the tower? For those of you that are old enough. Where were you when Trump got shot? Do you remember where you heard it? Where were you when you heard Charlie got shot? I was 25 feet from him. Do you think I'm ever going to forget that? Not only am I never going to forget that, I can't forget it. The first thought I have when I wake up in the morning is Charlie. The last thought I have when I fall asleep is Charlie. Probably the same for many of you in here. Impact event. Do you think a resurrection would have been an impact event? Do you think if Jesus really rose from the dead, they would have been like, whoa, what do you think would have happened? Charlie was killed on a Wednesday, September 10th. What do you think would happen if 39 hours later, Charlie walked out of the morgue and then he displayed himself for 40 days doing miracles and then he ascended to heaven? Would anybody forget that? Would anybody have any trouble saying, I know what he said, I know what he did, I saw it. Could you forget it? No, of course you couldn't forget it. This is the only way I can figure out why these pious Jews who thought they were God's chosen people would abandon everything on the left and then adopt everything on the right. under great stress and duress. I mean, what did the New Testament writers have to gain by making up a new religion? Nothing. They got beaten, tortured, and
I mean, we don't have to continue. He said enough already.
He
That's
did.
brutal.
That
don't-
was hard to watch, and only because I knew where he was going with this, I felt like. But the problem is, I have a couple of questions. Number one, why are we comparing Charlie to the Messiah?
Yep.
He's not. We know you tried to martyr him, and we know that's your admission of guilt, right? But we also know he's not the Messiah, and he never claimed to be. So you're actually putting dirt on Charlie's name by comparing him to Jesus. He would not have
Blasphemy.
wanted that.
Blasphemy. How can he do that? I don't know. It's
I
just,
completely agree. Because he would not want that. Being a Christian, he understands that you have one heart, one love for one God. And if he were to be compared to that, he would probably be the first person to correct them and be like, "Oh, sorry, that's not who I am. I am not Jesus. I am a servant of Jesus." And
Yep.
the fact that
Not
he
even
was,
close.
yeah, Frank is such a gem, isn't he? Like,
and
I-
then
I was
referred it to
wondering.
an impact event and how Jesus' resurrection was an impact event. Just those, how he's referencing the two. And then he talked about 39 hours. I looked up what 39 hours was if he left the morgue.
yeah,
39 hours later. And it says, I know I had this here. 39 hours biblically, which are the 39 forbidden activities defined by Jewish law that are prohibited on Shabbat, Sabbath. I mean, I just looked up what the 39 hours meant. I'm like,
Yeah.
why did he say that? Like, what is that referencing?
I felt like what he did in that too. Like if you're referencing the Jewish law, then he went into the Jews for like 1.2 seconds. Then he skimmed right through that and went to excruciating deaths. I mean, he's putting a lot of meat together on like a tiny like segment. Like honestly, this is stuff that takes a long time to explain, and he's just trying to like gloss over it and make it seem like no, it's totally okay that the existing Jews still do this stuff. When the new covenant was already made. And I think he's trying to make a point like this is why Judaism is still a thing. But like you did in 1.2 seconds, referencing the number 39, which means something to Jews. And maybe Christians wouldn't know that, but you pointed out, Allie.
Yeah.
And then we're comparing Charlie to Jesus all at the same time.
And this is what I do on Pastor Sunday. I feel like they are combining the religions together to make it one. And even like me and Chris has said, is this taking TPUSA to the next level? This brand, putting the religions together.
well, yeah, basically making up a religion in order to allegedly push some kind of political agenda and using that as the springboard for it. And
And people who don't follow, some sort of doctrine of their own, whether it's Christianity or something else, they're okay exploiting those people. They are okay exploiting and manipulating Christians for their greater good. So this is why people who are Christians who do follow this doctrine will call people like this out, because we're seeing manipulation in real time. It's not even that they're merging these two. It's like you're trying to manipulate a faith that you are not upholding. So now we also have to hold you to the standard you say you're following. If someone's following a different standard, can you hold them to that? To yours? Not really. But you're saying you're a Christian, but you're preaching something that's like a mix of like political and Christian, when Jesus like basically said he was the new church. He wasn't even saying like go support Rome, go do the like he was like, I'm the new church, I'm what you follow. He doesn't care about that other stuff. He came for a bigger mission. So why he's trying to conflate these two things, that's where Christians have to hold him in the fire and say, this is not what Jesus came to do. So why are you doing that?
absolutely.
Very well said.
Yeah, very well said. And I completely agree. It's like there's a very distinct difference. And when you try to blur it in a very public and obvious way, when you're not able to actually back that by any factual doctrine or scripture, it becomes very obvious. And like you just said, like if you're paying attention and you're watching this stuff and you're keeping up with it, you see how they're subtly trying to push things.
Yes.
And
All of them, not just him. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Rob, Alan Jackson, Charles Highwalk, all. I feel like they're all in a group chat, and they're all.
They probably are.
Yeah. And I did like one martyr episode where right after Charlie passed, every single pastor, including, well, Colvette's not a pastor, including Colvette, called him a martyr.
Yeah. And when it came to the pastors, they were all quoting the exact same scripture.
Exact same.
So
The seed of the church is
yeah,
I
that
forgot
was one of them. Yeah.
is the martyr
seed. The seed.
something else. I don't remember the exact quote, but I do have it somewhere.
Well, it's kind of like Project Mockingbird, but with pastors, right? We've talked about this. Candace has talked about this. When they come out with their speaking points, they're just basically now another part of an operation, a military operation, some sort of federal government operation. We don't know what, but we can see it. Like I can see it with my eyes.
Operation Roaring Lion.
Yeah.
There you go.
We did that.
Yeah.
We did that, and they that was I don't even know how I politely can say it, because it was done in our friends overseas, the
Yes.
Operation Roaring Lion, and then that was in May, and I did like a timeline on my last live of how that happened, and then Alan Jackson was talking about it. He had Operation Roaring Lion on his event, and then we go to fast forward to Rob in, like, now Charlie passed, and Rob's now in overseas and November, and he's doing the Isaiah Project, talking about Roaring Lion again. And he received, then we're fast forwarding to January, he receives the Roaring Lion Award for Charlie.
On Charlie's behalf.
I'm like, what is happening here?
And it's just like, it's another, basically the lion is another powerful symbolism of Christianity. Like you can go back hundreds of years and you can trace that. Like literally Richard the Lionheart, right?
Mhm.
Who is a defender of Christianity back then.
Yeah.
Well, if you
And-
think about it, C.S. Lewis has what's his name? Aslan as a lion, and that's a Christianity story.
Yes.
So
Nice reference there. That's very accurate. Yeah, 100%. So it's like when you can see that they're looking at certain points that we know are a part of our history and a part of our faith, and then they incorporate it into theirs, and then
Yeah.
start trying to blend and blur lines even more.
Yeah.
It's just not very, like I have a problem stomaching it, to be honest. Like
It is a lot.
it kind of grosses me out. Sorry to say it, but then sometimes it does gross me out.
We're gonna move on. Debbie is a really
Me
great
too. I'm with
girl.
Debbie.
She's in a lot of like chats everywhere. She's amazing. One of my moderators. But yeah. Every time you say Alan Jackson, I think of Alan. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't I say that to you behind the scenes? I'm like, are we talking about the country singer? And you're like, no, different guy. I'm like, okay, got it. I'm
Look
with
him
you.
up.
Yes.
You might find something interesting.
Debbie, we don't want to ruin it for you. We're sorry. we love you, Debbie.
Yeah, so moving on, we got a lot. I'm gonna play the Candace video now. We're gonna like leave this area and go into the SUV, like talking about the SD cards and SUV.
Yep, let's dive into
Because
it.
I do want do I just call you American Discourse?
Yeah.
I do want your take on it,
Yes.
let's just say. Yeah. So
Looking forward to it.
let's do this thing. I hope this is the right video. If it's not, I apologize.
Add to your investigation, EC, by showing you the beginning of our FaceTime conversation, which I had initially cut because he wasn't showing me the footage, but it was me and him speaking. And I did see him open the file on his computer desktop. So let's take a look at that early footage of the beginning of our conversation. And so you can see, obviously, this is FaceTime. You can see that he is opening up the file, and this is how it begins. Now I'm going to freeze frame that for you again, because there are people who know more about cameras and whether you're hooking things up. This is what that looks like there. We had wondered ourselves. It seems to be a Sony camera, and Sony camera certainly does have, if you put in the SD card into your computer, it will open it. Obviously, your drive will appear on your desktop, and then you will see they automatically label a folder clip. Okay, that's just our basic research. Feel free to dispute me, guys who know much more about cameras. But it is my suspicion, the thing that's kind of now making me go, what the heck? It is my suspicion that that YOLO drive that you're seeing on the left-hand side is likely what he named his SD card. And what is wrong with that, and I'll tell you why that is my suspicion, what is wrong with that is Terrell shouldn't have the SD card. The thing that you have me thinking, I'm going back now and revisiting again, I told you I suffered effectively a brain trauma that I couldn't come back from, having watched Charlie die and then trying to process why I was suddenly fighting people that I thought were his friends in the media and things that were being said about me. Now I'm thinking how strange it is that Terrell didn't just say to me, I don't have the footage, because the feds were on the ground and of course they confiscated it. Like, I took the SD card out because it had to be given to the feds. Terrell and I are speaking on the 17th and on the 19th, and at no point in our conversations does he say to me, I don't have the footage or I don't have the SD card. I'm specifically asking him why he removed the SD card. That was the nature of our discussion. Why did you remove the SD card from the camera? Why did you take the camera down? And his answer was because he wanted to protect Erica. He didn't want Erica to see the footage. He had a conversation with Erica. He didn't want her to see Charlie dying again. Then he says, when I say, okay, well, can I see it? He doesn't say, oh, no, well, obviously I had to then give it to the feds. At no point did he say to me that he gave the SD card to the feds. That suddenly feels very relevant. That's insane. That is totally insane. So now we have a situation where Charlie's phone, we've learned, was not given to the feds. That should have been kept by the feds. That should have been secured by the feds. That should have been like Tyler Robinson's phone or Lance Twig's phone secured by the feds. And now we know that they also, again, on the basis of my conversation with him and what I believe that we are looking at there, that Terrell was able to take that footage back to Arizona. He's opening that on his desktop in Arizona, back in Scottsdale. That doesn't make sense to me, and it is problematic.
Yeah. So I'll give her just a little bit of grace because she just lost her best friend, right? And I don't think that in your mind you're going to be asking those questions right off the bat. You want that footage. You're like,
Right.
why are you standing on a chair? Where did you put the SD card? Your initial reaction isn't, did you give it to the feds? I mean, mine was, but maybe hers
Right.
wasn't, because this is her friend. You know, she's still grieving and processing everything. So a lot of people are asking, like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you ask then? Why is this coming up now? Well, maybe she didn't ask that question on that FaceTime call. It wasn't important at the time. In her brain, she probably was like, oh man, I should ask that. But at the same time, she could have did another live stream, because it's been so much time. She could have did a live stream and re-asked that question to him.
That's true.
That's
true.
my take on this, because a lot of people are like, you know,
Yeah.
why?
Well, and I keep thinking, if you're not someone who's techie, especially in that world, right? Because some people, you don't really think about Candace. She's had a producer and someone who runs her camera and someone who does all that stuff. So although she is very smart, whip smart, you wouldn't always think about all these little details in the background. And she still does a very good job at it. And like, it's something that brought, like, when I'm thinking about it right now, I didn't ask that question either. I wasn't like,
No.
why? But you know what? It could have been, and I don't know. This is because I don't know cameras. Is there a backup on his camera? Is there a way they could have accessed it outside of the SD card? Is there a cloud he can upload while he's on the spot? There are other ways to get these videos. So maybe it's not your number one concern, because there are other ways to keep like photos and videos and things like that. So maybe they uploaded it to the cloud somehow. I don't know how that would work. It would depend on what they have. But there
Watching
are
that
other
on a
ways.
FaceTime video is kind of, I wish she didn't do it that way. Like, you know, whatever. It is what it is now.
And I honestly think that they did. Like, Allie and I have been saying this ever since Jump. They already had another recording. They could have, like, that was the whole point of them bringing in that digital audio rig, was so that they can stream. So even if they gave away all the SD cards from the scene, which we thought we saw them do, we looked and we saw Terrell go to every camera.
Yeah.
But then there was still that stream recording. So where was that live stream set?
Right.
right? So that would have been sent to a server somewhere and recorded.
Yeah.
It also appeared like they had a mini hard drive by the computer as well. So we always suspected that there was more footage than the SD card. But it's like when it first came out, nobody was thinking that. We thought the SD cards, that was it. That was the only footage. But considering that he allegedly gave over those SD cards,
Yeah.
he obviously had another copy, and
And
I
a
don't.
live stream copy too, right?
Well, yeah, I think they would have had the live stream copy, and then if they recorded something onto the laptop or what appeared to be an external hard drive on the tech table, they would have had another copy. So when Candace mentions that, he said he gave the SD cards over and then was still able to show her something, I see that, like, you could look at it two ways. You could look at it as being something nefarious, or you can look at it as Terrell actually being a competent tech manager and having a backup.
Yeah.
So there's multiple ways we can kind of look at that, I think.
Yeah, and that's how you paint a story. Like when you're thinking about anything you see from anybody online, they can do one of two things: give them the benefit of the doubt and paint their story that way, or they can paint the story as, where's that SD card? Now how do you have that SD card? Isn't it with the FBI? I'm not saying that's what Candace is trying to do, but when you're trying to critically think about these events, you need to make sure that you can actually think about what else could be going on besides this narrative we're being told. And so what I'm thinking about right here is that it's one of those things where it's like, he didn't ever have to show it to her ever. Like, that's putting him at a liability big time. So I'm going to assume that maybe he did have some intentions that were maybe either good or to make himself look good. There's two things there. Either he has good intentions, or at least he wants to make himself look good and not have people going down his back. Oh, but you're a tech manager. Where's your backup? Don't you send anything to the cloud? Don't you have anything back? Like, don't you have?
And he does tech and camera, and he's like, I wouldn't have touched that stuff. I would have left. There's so many other cameras that could have been stolen. Like, he has to jump up on a chair, not jump, but go up on Charlie's chair that he sat on, crime evidence, touch the camera, untwist it, take it off, open it. Who's going to go there and steal that? They had a guy surrounding the tent with a weapon, so they're going to steal the camera that's like securely right there, like, to take. And who wants an SD card? I guess, people at that event are not going to think, they'll steal the camera and sell it, but what would they do with an SD card, right?
Exactly. Like, and I looked over the setup so many times, like having Terrell's job. Like, and I just looked at that so many times. And there were so many things, I guess, that were just done in the heat of the moment, maybe just by adrenaline.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to judge what you would actually do in a moment, and it's easy to look back and trash talk how they did it.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do that, but a simpler thing, instead of having everybody running around panicking, they could have just moved some of the barricades around the tent and then just waited for the authorities. But in the heat of the moment, I guess you're not thinking very rationally sometimes. Like, I've tried to put myself in their position, and how would I feel if my boss, my friend, maybe even my mentor just got brutally killed in front of me? Like, how would I be reacting, right? So I don't know. Like, it's hard to judge.
It's hard to put yourself in that situation, and I feel like they were protected, so I don't think anybody was going to swarm and go grab the camera. That's the only thing I feel that was off. Like he said, he thought somebody was going to take it.
And all people did is what we saw is, a couple people took some hats, and, nobody was running at the gear or the table or the mic or his notes or anything like that.
Real Muppet Masher. Oh, this guy does really great work on X. He does some great stuff.
I'm Muppet.
Frank is the most unchristian pastor I've ever
heard speak.
Yes.
Thank you, Muppet.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I mean, he is just...
He's off, and he contradicts everybody
Yeah.
that speaks. Like, he contradicts everybody. He's contradicted Andrew. He's contradicted the other pastors. He's contradicted Erica. He's contradicted Blake Neff. It's like every time he speaks, it's like he's the only one not in the group chat. Like, he's the one who's not in the group chat.
Alice, I don't know what that is, but I will look at it later. I have no idea what that is. Hi, Elite. Elite is here. I saw... so sorry. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they didn't know. They thought it was later. I apologize. Thank you for coming. We're talking with American Discourse right now. Go follow her, everybody. By the way,
Yes.
tell us where we can find you.
Yeah, good time.
Okay, true. On X, I'm American Dis News. I actually thought that was funny and kind of millennial to be like dis. So that's what I did with that one, just to keep the spice of who I am. I'm on YouTube for American Discourse News, and then I have a very small Instagram, which I just started using. So bear with me, guys. Is literally the only socials I have. So if it looks tiny, that's because I just started it because someone told me I needed to, aka Bays. So,
AKA what?
Bays. Bays. So he's like, get on
Yes.
Instagram. I was like, fine, whatever you say. One last thing though about this, I feel like one more thing to think about with Terrell is you think about your equipment, the most important thing to you is actually going to be what you were recording.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to lose your like what you're doing, right? Like let's say you and me are doing this live stream and then like it cuts out entirely and it was supposed to be a big event, that would suck. Whereas like as a business owner, you most likely can replace these cameras, right?
Yep. Yep.
But the actual content on these SD cameras at a big live event like this, in his head is probably like, this is my gold. Like the rest, whatever, screw it. But like I need the content. And you can't replace the content that already went out. So that's how I would think about it if I were somebody who was in some crazy situation. I'm not saying it wasn't nefarious. I have no idea. I'm saying if I was in his head, I would be like, the content in this SD card is way more important than my $700, $800 camera. I can replace that. I cannot replace this.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I agree. I've had to transport footage for the executives and the producers after shooting a job. I've never been more paranoid than knowing that I've got, like, we spent like a month shooting and now we're traveling back from location and going back to the studio to start post. And I've got the hard drive and I never liked holding it. It's a big responsibility. I know it's hundreds of people's of work, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions put into what we shot.
It's worth more than the camera, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in an odd way, I have to agree. I can see why he decided to protect the footage. But
even if it was for bad reasons, he said protect Erica. Why is everyone so concerned about protecting Erica? That's my number one question that I keep hearing. Andrew Colvette, Terrell. It's like, okay, why are you like? What's crazy to me is they're so loyal to her, but in being that loyal, you're being a little bit disloyal to Charlie, because the truth is somewhere in the middle here, that being so loyal to Erica and not even questioning her, when in other murder cases you would assume that you need to look at every angle, but they won't. They will protect Erica to the dying breath, and yet Charlie is dead on arrival here, and no one's willing to just step in some middle ground and be like, well, maybe some stuff was fishy, maybe this is what I know, like I'm willing to come to the public. But they won't. They are so gung-ho on protecting her. And I think that goes back to the relationship she most likely had with all of these people before she had one with Charlie.
Yes.
I 100% agree, because like what we've kind of been told is that she didn't really have much involvement with them, didn't really know everybody that well. And when we look at now how this has played out in the last 6 to 7 months, right, and the loyalty and the protection that they do have for her, that like literally you just mentioned, kind of sort of insinuates or makes us think that maybe there was a more deeper connection, working relationship, business relationship, friendship between Erica and the other brass at Turning Point. Because otherwise, why would you wouldn't have that blind loyalty to somebody who's just a boss to you. Like we've all had bosses, and I don't have that kind of loyalty towards some of my bosses.
Well,
like,
she calls
no
them
way.
she calls them her family, and if people are going to attack her TPUSA family, she will not have it, and all this kind of stuff. But she won't even look at any of the footage. I don't particularly want to look at it over and over again, but I do want her to look at, like, blur that one part, like look at what the security's doing, look at the crowd. How can you not look at all those things, but then go in and demand to see his body in the hospital, and reference his face as the Mona Lisa smile, which the Mona Lisa smile is unfinished, and it's worth $800 billion. And then we can go on with the art and all that stuff they've done afterwards. But I just think it's it's
Yeah.
absurd that she hasn't watched anything.
Yeah, you
I would
figure,
want to. I would want
Yeah.
to know.
or at
That's
least,
there's no way.
well, especially like if you like she believes the official narrative right from jump. Wouldn't you want to at least look at something just to be like, yeah, I'm right. The FBI and the local law enforcement, they did it right. They're doing justice for my husband.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But it's just bizarre that there's no interest
we're
in
gonna
seeing any of it. Like
checking
to see what we see, to understand why we have these
Yeah.
concerns.
checking on the
And-
time because I know your time
Oh, you're fine.
your
Yeah.
time consumed today. So she's got to go. What 5 o'clock? You said. So we're gonna try to.
5:15. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna try to keep moving on. So this picture here is from Sam Parker. Obviously, it's from Terrell's computer, right? But he pointed out if you see here in this corner here, it says CK Tribute. I mean, when was that made? Okay, so the memorial was the 21st, right? Or the
Mhm.
27th? I don't remember. 21st? I don't know.
You want me to look it up real quick?
Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if my memory is good.
Yeah.
I will.
Go for it.
21st? Or 20
Memorial date. Okay. September 21st. Ding, ding, ding.
Nice.
See, there's something wrong. I just remember stuff. So,
We love
okay,
it.
so this is the 18th. So he's already, so this could be nothing. He's just preparing for the memorial. So I don't know. I just thought it was
Yeah.
interesting that that's
I
there.
think the weirder part is like your destination is YOLO.
Yeah.
Okay. You only live once. Charlie Kirk only lived once. It's like that's a little creepier than the CK part. It's like
Yeah.
it could just be coincidence. And I understand that. That's a very millennial term. I think he's a millennial. So
Yeah.
we can give him that. But also like
I thought that was odd too. You weren't the only one. I looked at
yeah.
that.
That looked a little more suspicious to me than the CK tribute. It's actually the you only lived once,
Yes,
and that's
the
where you're going to
reference,
put your CK tribute. That's weird. Like you shouldn't. That would be making a mockery of your CK tribute. In my opinion, I would make it do something for that.
Yeah.
That was a good catch by Sam Parker.
Yeah.
Good catch,
Agreed.
sir.
Yep.
Good catch.
Very good.
It's weird, cringy.
I mean, everybody's doing incredible work on this case. Everybody.
They are.
So, okay, we're going to move on because we're going to talk about the SD cards. So, I did way back in, oh my gosh, it was the beginning of October. I did an interview with Henry Dells with Mr. Lecco. You probably know him. Danks knows him. He's done
Yep.
stuff with
Seen
Danks.
him. Stuff
yeah.
with Danks. Yeah.
But first, I'm going to play a video here. What was he talking about here?
Oh, this is actually interesting. A listener of the show emailed us this, and it's actually kind of interesting. Henry's saying nobody knew about any concerns from Charlie's security on the day. Nobody knew in the entire university. So it's very interesting that he was saying that already.
Who emailed that to us? I don't know if they want us to tell their name, but yeah, I don't know if they want me to tell their because that's their name there. So I'm not gonna.
Is it their like real name?
I don't know. So shout out to the person that emailed this to me. I'm not gonna say their name because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm
you
so
know who
worried,
you
right?
are.
Like I don't. I'm not gonna just put someone's name out there. But this person did email me. If you do email me, let me know, guys. Like, do you want me to say your name or first name only or whatever? I just don't want to do that. Like, okay. So I'm gonna play this video. Hold on.
Just a short one.
Just a short. It's very short. It's like 18 seconds.
Like I said, we were speaking to a teacher earlier, and he was talking about how practically the entire university, the chair, the president, the chair, no one was informed. No one was informed that that there was not going to be enough security or anything. Some people were in class not even knowing Charlie was coming.
The university wasn't informed.
Remember what I said to you behind cameras, and I was saying what I hated about this event, which made it seem more staged or something to me, was that they put that website out 3 days before. How did you get that crowd? It didn't seem like everyone was informed. That has bothered me to this day, because how are you pulling that size of a crowd? I'm not saying Charlie Kirk was popular. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying anytime an event happens in my area, I almost always miss it. I mean that because I don't get the information fast enough, even if they put it out a week before.
Yes.
So how in the
Interesting.
world can you tell me that this many people showed up And Candace had rightly pointed out that people were wearing certain colors. I felt like there was a lot of older people there to be on a college campus. How many times are you, as a 50, 60-year-old, going to a college campus to watch a Charlie Kirk type person who's not in your age bracket, who's not
Exactly.
anywhere near, like, why are all these people showing up? That's some
Yeah,
weird.
they didn't even know it was going to be in the courtyard until that morning or something. They didn't know if we were going to do inside or outside. They didn't say anything. So him referencing that nobody knew. Well, that's odd. Going to go back to that again? Okay. So yeah, I thought that was weird. Somebody said something, babe. What did you want me to show?
Oh,
Is Elizabeth?
yes.
Did you know that YOLO is a program used to alter videos and photos? I mean,
I did not know that, but I am going to
when you
research
reference
that.
YOLO and then somebody else said YOLO, I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. I do like myself. I do photography and I can restore pictures and stuff like that, but I'm not going to accuse anybody of doing anything. I didn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. I swear I'm not. I feel, and this is just a thought. I mean, videos get circulated so quickly. I feel like when I'm looking at them and I'm breaking them down, I see discrepancies in videos. I'm not an audio tech, but I'm looking at frame by frame of videos and I see stuff that shouldn't be in there. And John Bray even said to us, like, that doesn't look like it's blood. That looks like a line.
From
And
one of the
so
stills.
I did do a live stream on that. You guys can go back and watch it. But yeah, there is lots of programs that do what you're saying.
Well, I took
Here.
a screenshot of that, and I'll look into that once
Yep.
we're done the live.
It could also go into, was anything that Terrell showed Candace altered? Because obviously he would have the capabilities to do that. So
Yep.
another point of data you can think about is, okay, if he was using a program like that, which he would know how to do, that's what we could have received. Like, we've been questioning all the other maybe altered footage we've seen. So
Yeah.
it's something to keep in the back of our minds.
Yep, and it's a smart thing to do. Like, take everything with a grain of salt, and don't be afraid to scrutinize things. Look at it 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
Don't necessarily believe what your eyes first see.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that, like, at all. And could he have cropped some of that video? Absolutely, he could have. I'm not accusing him of doing it,
Me
but
either.
if you want to know, is it possible? Yes, it's possible.
And
100% it's possible.
And hi, Tornado Alley. We got to get together soon. She's another researcher. She's really good. She's on TikTok.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's on
Would love to
TikTok.
chat.
Yeah, she's really good. Go follow American Discourse. Who knows? Maybe you two will do a collab. Who
That'd be
knows?
great.
She's really good. She's the one
Love
who
that.
found the footage of. Oh, she's found many things. Helped me with many things. She found the footage of Tyler Robinson. Apparently,
The wider
wide
angle
angle
of him walking
Oh.
past the house, going around the bush, and then going up the backyard. She found that.
going up the grass
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
the house.
Yep. Yeah,
Wow.
she found that one.
Yeah. Shout out
Go
to her.
off. That's
She's really-
awesome.
She's good. She finds stuff really amazing. Muppet, what are you doing? Okay, Caleb, I can't pronounce the
So
last
good.
name. I know who you're talking about. Chose the menorah courtyard. They knew back in August where it was gonna be. He also was involved in the tent placement.
Ooh.
Okay. How do you know? Show the receipts. You got to come on my show.
Muppet has
Muppet
been
needs to come on.
Yeah.
Muppet has
Yeah.
been looking into that gentleman for quite a while,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been relentless with his research. So,
He is relentless.
oh yeah, he's very, very committed.
I think
And,
he had a chat with the Lyman. I don't know what the chat was about, but yeah.
Yep. He's
Yep.
got
Also
a
would be
way.
good to know.
He's got a way of getting some of these people on phone calls with him
Yeah.
because of
Wow.
how direct he is. And I would.
He's pretty good.
I definitely going to be texting you after this live, sir.
Yeah, we're supposed to do, like, he's into the Mormon stuff and he has lots of information on that. He's like, when are you going to talk about Terrell Farnsworth and the Mormons? I'm going to. I did do a live stream on that, and then we're supposed to get together to do more.
Part 2.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
he's
Part
really
two.
good. He's from Australia.
Oh, that's
Okay.
so cool. Go Muppet.
Yeah. Go Muppet.
We love that.
Don't forget to follow American Discourse. She has amazing stuff. Muppet, you gotta
Thank you.
follow her.
Yep.
Please. You what? He sent a text to Dan Flood about Sorensen Center. Who did? Caleb? Who are you talking about?
It might
Yeah.
It might have been.
Is
It might have
Caleb an
been.
organizer? What
He
kind
works
of
for he worked for the
position?
TPUSA. He was one of those students in the red shirt, I think.
See? Back to the red shirt.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
can't.
I'm like, I swear. Well, how
I
many
know.
I
people
thought
do
we
you
went
need-
through that.
Well, okay. The weird thing is, though, how many people do you need from even TPUSA to be there? That almost seems like a lot of people were from TPUSA there. Is that a normal amount? It's like this Kalo guy and all these other people, and then Charlie comes up with a squad, but then like his security is lackluster. You have every other human being in TPUSA there.
Okay,
But then
he
you
is
have,
saying Caleb is the one who texted something. So
Okay.
yeah, oh, that's really good. That's good, Muppet. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, well, we'll move on because I have this interview that I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's been a while. Got to remember, this is an old video.
Very old, like
Please.
5 months old.
Okay, with me and Mr. Lecko and Henry Dells. I asked him for a part 2. He dropped off the call when we were doing this StreamYard live stream. His internet, something happened. He dropped off. He wanted to do part 2. We never did a part 2. Mr. Lecko was really hard on him.
He was. He was very direct.
Oh my gosh.
He said what he had to say.
Yeah. If you know
All right.
Aaron, you know Aaron. He's
Okay.
not going to hold no punches.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Stream with Paramount Tactical on his YouTube channel as well. And I kind of agree with him. Like, as of right now, where the evidence points, that's where I'm leaning towards. And because, like, for instance, when Candace Owens came out with all this freaking nonsense, like, she even tried reaching out to me, her and her team, and I ended up telling them to just blow off. I couldn't stand, like, a lot of the things. Like, for instance, like, whenever she had a whole episode trying to condemn the guy that took the SD card out of the camera, like, why did he take it out of the camera so fast? Like, that's tampering with evidence. I was like, yeah. And I was kind of upset. I was like, yeah, not because there were people looting the table and going up to the table after the assassination and stuff like that, taking stuff. I would want to preserve that evidence too. And that got handed over to the agents and all that stuff.
Wait,
Did you hear what he just said? That
Yeah.
guy handed it over to the agents. And then it's a really long live stream. Go watch it on Mr. Lecko's channel. It's really, really long, but we kind of drill him. And then the next video, so we're like, why? Wait a minute. How do you know that
Right.
Terrell gave it to the FBI? So here we'll go to the next video because I know we're cut on time here.
well, I don't want to play too much.
Ali,
because,
now-
like
now
I
I
said,
know.
Monetized
Now-
because the guy keeps watching.
Now you know what I was saying. By the way,
Yeah,
everybody,
now I know
I
what
met
you're
Henry.
saying, Ali.
So,
I met Henry in
hold on.
a chat
Go ahead.
with the cameraman, not the one that took down the SD cards. His name's Andrew Fauci, if I'm saying it right.
Karachi.
For-
And
yeah,
I
for
met
something
Andrew.
like
I
that.
met Henry from there, and we started chatting. And this is how we're all coming today together regarding this topic, because we wanted to interview you because we've been working hard on this.
Yeah.
We've been watching hours of footage, and we just want some truth and some answers.
Yeah.
That's all.
But you
That's all.
just raised my antenna when you said, "Oh, he gave the." No, he didn't, because we know who he gave the memory card to. Because
You
the
know
thing
that-
about it is, he was taking the camera equipment to his car, but he had the memory card in his pocket, and it was literally in his hat. He didn't even put it in his pocket; he put it in his hat.
So
And then
now
he
that
was
makes
like
me
this.
question.
Somebody else.
Yeah, so now that makes me question a lot of things that people
But
said
that's why I'm
happened.
questioning you, because
Yeah.
you said he did something else. So I'm just asking you, like, why would
Yeah,
you
because
say you didn't know?
Mine's contemporary
Well,
on these other
Andrew
evidences.
Fauci said it to him on the live stream when we were on there.
What did he say?
They-
What did he say?
Andrew Fauci's the photographer of that day on the live stream where I met Henry. He said on the live stream that they gave it to the feds.
It was passed over to the feds, is what he
Yeah.
said, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did say that.
And
And I
so,
said,
like-
I don't believe that. I believe it's manipulated. And he goes, Ali, no. Remember that live stream? I don't know if you remember it. He goes,
Yeah, well, I was in and out of the live stream, but yeah.
yeah.
I remember. See now that makes me really, really think, because if that's the case, that makes me think TPUSA is involved in it. You know what I mean?
And that's why Candace is all over this, because remember earlier it was like, how dare Candace?
And it goes on and on and on. it goes on and on and on.
Right.
Sorry. Like
I love that.
I always sing like sometimes. But did you hear that? Like he didn't
Yeah.
even watch videos. We had to actually go step by step and show him, look, here he is taking the thing down. Look,
Mhm.
he's still there an hour later. Look, he didn't give it to anyone. Look, FBI's not there yet. Look, look, look. So he just sees what he sees on TikTok or what he
What he heard.
heard from Paramount Tactical. I said, what are you talking? We were kind of hard on him, and I apologize to Henry if he felt like we were interrogating
If
him.
you're watching this, Henry, we're sorry.
He is such a lovely individual. I'm telling you, he's a Mormon and he knows so much. He has so much knowledge. If you go back to that video, remember that it was like almost an hour. He started talking about politics and religion, and he's a very, very educated individual. So I really, but this part of it, he didn't. I felt like he didn't want to like look at videos like we're looking at videos, right?
Right.
Yeah, because
And I wonder if, because do you ever like hear something and you hear it from a trusted source and then you just store it in your think bank in the back of your head and then you're like, oh, I don't really need to look at that one. I'm going to look at something else. So maybe he went and thought, okay, I heard it from this guy that I trust or at least know to some level. I'm going to put that in the back of my head. I'm going to look at another angle. Maybe that's where he was at in this discussion.
Maybe.
And I still think they probably could have had some type of backup. Or the FBI didn't want it because they also didn't want Charlie's phone, which is where most of us are kind of at. But I just always want to think about two things can be true at once. They could have given him the SD card, maybe the next day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. Or it's that they never gave
But
it to him.
he
They're lying
said
to us,
he
or there's
saw,
backup.
and that he said, I saw Terrell give it. So this is why we were getting all heated with him, and I can't play the whole thing. It's too long. But he's like, I saw him, give it to him. And he's like, saw who? And then he said, I was told that he gave it. So those are two different things.
Those are two different
Henry.
things.
Like you seen it and now you heard it. So they put all these kids in a room. I think it was in the Keller building. I don't know if it's I don't know what building they put them in, to interview them. So he heard from a source that Terrell gave the cards.
Yeah. And
like you're saying, like seen and heard is different because we're talking about eyewitness testimony versus trusted source that you may have heard may have gotten wrong.
Yeah.
So what was it? Like I see why that was pushed back on because those are two different sources. An eyewitness to me is a mainly more credible, can still be infiltrated, but obviously if it's I heard through somebody that I think I trust, I mean then you have to verify all that. And we're coming here to say, okay, well he either had a backup SD, he's lying, the FBI didn't actually take it. There's like so many routes with that.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah. And why is that important to tell the kids in the room? I think I said that one part in the video. I'm like, why is that so important to tell you that Terrell took it down and put it and gave it to why gave it to law enforcement? Why is that so important for y'all to know?
Yeah. Why was that?
That's what made me go, what?
Yeah. It was weird that point was one of the first things that was told to the students that were being questioned after the fact. Like they wanted to make sure that they all knew that.
Yeah.
But it was bizarre because
that is bizarre.
From viewing the footage, we could clearly see that wasn't the case.
And babe, you got to remember, like this interview I did with him was very early on. Early on.
Yeah. That was like Ellie said, that was like October or something.
The beginning of October.
I wonder if his story would change now. I mean, that's just me being like, when you're like, what would you say, sir? Would you like to come back to the panel and let us know?
I've asked him, but I think he's like, probably done with interviews, maybe. I'm not sure, but I would love to, have him on again. But
if you're watching, Henry, well, we'll have you on.
Yeah, I would love to have him on.
Look at these beautiful, intelligent, well-spoken young ladies beside me. They would both love to have a great conversation with you.
Thank you, everybody in the chat. Everybody's like, everybody's like talking in the chat here. Thank you so much for coming. I saw Desiree in there. I'm just saying hi to you all. Hi to you all.
Thanks for supporting.
Yeah. Thank you for supporting. Yes. And go follow American Discourse. We're probably going to do more together. And Allie, yeah.
You're here, but still.
Hopefully.
I also seen Ivan did a drive-by.
Oh,
Shout out to
Ivan.
Ivan as Ivan. I seen him do a drive-by in here somewhere.
If you're not following him, American Discourse, he does some great stuff. You should
Okay,
see
I'll
his
follow you, Ivan.
studio.
He does surveillance state and tech
Love that
style
stuff.
videos.
Yeah.
And he's very good, and he's got great what I like to call bite-sized videos. He'll do something for 40 minutes or 20 minutes, something that you can easily ingest and be instantly informed with more information.
Mhm.
He's a very kind guy, speaks well, and brings really good information. So if you don't know Ivan is Ivan, you got to go find Ivan is Ivan.
Plus, you wouldn't confuse seeing something versus being told something, because when you recall the moment in your memory, you wouldn't confuse two completely different perspectives. Yes, I agree.
100%. I agree
Rogue,
with that.
dissonant. Yes, I
Well
agree.
said, Rogue.
Yeah.
Well said, girl.
Your cat has been missing. Oh my goodness.
I
I
hate
am
that.
praying for you. Oh, I
Aw,
can't. I couldn't
Des.
handle that. I couldn't handle that for an hour.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
Okay.
Cats like to go places. I had a cat and like he just left us one time and never came back. And it was horrible.
Oh.
I know. They do that if they ever get out, and like they can be outside for years. And then they're like, well, I've made a new friend. Goodbye. You're not my
You know what you gotta do, Desiree? Put your litter box out on the porch and in the backyard. They'll smell it or something. That's what I heard, and they'll come back.
I hope you can find your kitty.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Okay, moving on, because we're cut on time here. This is just inside the vehicle on the way to UVU. So only Charlie, Frank, Mikey, and we don't know who the driver was. I think this says Christopher's phone. I believe, yeah, it does say Christopher's phone. Sorry. I believe, and we think, I'm not certain, we think the person driving could be Christopher.
Yes.
The guy we were just talking about?
I mean, we're looking on it. Me and Muppet have been,
Wow.
we have been trying so hard to find this guy. I'll show you a picture. Do I
Yes.
have it here?
I've never heard this person, so I'm very intrigued by this conversation.
Oh, so you haven't seen a picture of him?
No. And I'm still
Interesting.
following the Charlie Kirk case, but I do have my eyes on a couple other things, so that's probably why I've missed a couple. But
I'm not sure why I don't even have it loaded in here, because I have. Oh, here he is. Give me a second. You guys see me editing while I'm doing this. So sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who is
Shout
this
out
guy?
to Muppet. Muppet gave me this, and we don't know. It's not Rick Cutler. Who is
No,
that?
We do not know who this gentleman is. He is.
Send this to me by chance?
Oh yeah, I
Yep.
can
I just
send it to you.
wanna
Yeah, no
do my
problem.
own thing. This is
Shout out
weird.
to Muppet. Where are you, Muppet?
Yeah. And by the way,
Muppet.
anything that you've seen that we bring up, if you want it, just let us know, and we'll send you anything you want.
This is Muppet here. This is
Is
real
he-
Muppet.
Is he a normal employed person of TPUSA? Like he's normally on the payroll?
We have like a picture, but we don't want to release it because we're not 1000% sure yet.
Yeah, we
think-
don't want to call out a wrong person,
We
right?
think
Of
we
course.
know. We think we know. We're just trying to find. And hey, if anybody in the chat, they rolled out this so Charlie's coming in at this point. You can see Charlie here in the front,
Mhm.
and the SUV starts to back up. He gets out. This video is very hard to find. It's a screen grab from a video.
Mhm.
And then we don't see him after. I don't know where he goes. You can see the side of his face here. This is not Rick Cutler. Okay.
No, not at all. This is a young guy. This
It's a
guy's
young-
younger. He's probably in his 30s, I would say, maybe early 40s, but I would say he's younger.
Yeah, I would give like 35 to 40, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And we can't find him in the crowd. He has to be there. We got to go over more footage. It's very time consuming. And me
It
and
is.
Muppet and probably Charlotte, probably some others are trying to
Elite
help
asset
us.
as well.
Elite asset
Elite asset as
has
well.
been helping as well. I thank you all. Like, we just want to know, is his name Christopher? Is he the one driving? Is his stuff in the dash? So those are all questions, right?
Right.
We're getting closer, but we're not 100% there, so we're still appealing for
Yeah.
help from different audiences.
What does everybody in the chat say? What do you guys think?
Yeah. Who is this dude?
Interesting. Yeah.
I feel like this is like something I'd never heard. So I hope more people get to see this and this gets out because
Yeah.
where's Chris? It's like, where's Waldo? Where's Chris? Like, where
Yeah.
are you? Is this you?
Yeah.
Please come
So-
forward or don't. But someone come forward if you know this guy.
Yes, please, because otherwise it's another security officer that was there that day
Yeah.
that kind of slipped under the radar this whole time.
Yeah.
So,
And
with
you don't
Yeah, this
really
is
see
why
much
I'm
of this video.
confused.
You don't really
Like,
see this.
I feel like there were so many people from his camp there, and yet such a huge security failure. How is that possible? How can
More-
yeah, yeah,
like you're saying there was like no security, no one on the roof? No, it's like, all right, there's dude out of the car. There's like all those people just surrounding the tent. Why weren't they spread out? Were you in the crowd? Like, what's going on? Yeah,
Yeah, even like Rick Cutler, he's looking at Charlie, but he's not looking at, securing, being like the security guard. He's supposed to turn around, look at the audience. Like,
Yes.
why are you looking at him in that moment?
And
It's very
they were a
odd.
lot of the like most of them when you're watching the screens, it's like they weren't even Dan Flood. I watched old videos of him and he did seem to be scanning the environment. Like I noticed he seemed to be
Yeah.
doing his job, whether you like him or not. I felt like he was genuinely still doing his job. And in that video, he even kind of was, but he was looking at Charlie. He was, but like you're saying, there were other people in the crowd, and it's like there was that the Cutler guy. He's literally just facing him. Why are you
Yep.
facing him?
Why?
That makes no sense. Why is Brian Harpool like just looking over at the side? Why aren't you spread out? I see why Dan Flood was where he was. He should
Yep.
be there. He has this kind of view.
He should be closer, but he was like kind of like further away. He's always been on his Charlie's left side, and this particular event he was on his
Yes,
right.
he was
right.
right.
That's what's
You're right.
weird.
I
Yeah.
remember seeing that in videos too.
Yeah.
Anyway, the security detail has been suspect from the beginning.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us were just like, you didn't even give proper CPR. Like, if
Yeah.
you've ever
No.
worked in medical, like nothing, like not CPR, but just care. Like care is what I'm saying here. People take that very
Yeah.
literally, but meaning proper medical care. Shouldn't
Yeah.
have moved the
So,
body.
Is this Zero guy? Did we talk to him yesterday? Is that the
Yes,
same guy? Is
Zero.
that him?
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
yes, he's in my
man.
chat. We love Zero.
What up, Zero?
Do you guys remember the dash of the SUV that Charlie was riding in, where it had the dude's name on the phone on the screen being connected? Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
we're
sorry.
talking
I'm
about,
sorry if
brother.
I'm like a little bit behind in reading the comments.
Might have been.
It could have been, yeah.
Yeah.
He's catching right up. Yep.
Yeah, here he is here. Oh yes, it could be potentially a person that rented the vehicle before and that it's still
That's
in the
true.
in the system. But yeah, we're just trying to go down that avenue to see
Yeah.
because the GPS was on
Right.
as they were pulling in. I have the video of it. So the GPS
Most likely
was-
connected to a phone.
it connected to something.
But
Mhm.
we're considering both options. Like we've got that first name, we've got some leads. If we can't pin it on somebody, then it is what it is, right? And we'll
Muppet.
say that.
Muppet. Thank you
Go
so much
off.
for the $20. Brian Harple mentions a Chris in his interview.
Oh.
There you go. We need a Chris interview.
No
Or we need
way.
a Chris one.
No
Episode.
way. You heard it here first. We gotta go find that video, Muppet. He mentions quite a few people. He mentions Chrissy.
does.
He mentions Chrissy. I hope you're not confusing the two.
Oh, he does mention
He
Chrissy.
says Chrissy. Send me the video clip, Muppet, because I don't know who you're referencing. If he's remember he says Chrissy.
Yeah, he does say. Yeah, he does. He does. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I wonder if
Okay.
he mentions a Chris too.
I don't
We're
know.
gonna have to rewatch
We'll
it.
have to rewatch that. Which one? The Paramount or the? It's probably the Sean Ryan one,
It's- I
right?
think it's
That's
the
been edited. I have the original from Patreon, so I will look at that one.
Yeah, the
The
unedited. interview.
unedited one. Okay.
Thank you, Muppet.
Thank you, Muppet. And yeah, let's try to find this guy. And I'll send you these pictures.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
want to be
it's-
included on the research for this guy. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'll have anything to do with it, but I want to come to a party about it at least. I will
Yeah.
keep mum to myself and let you guys do your thing, but I want to know.
Thank
about
you. And everybody try to like help us find him.
Yeah,
And
we
now
want to
we're-
find this guy.
I just wanted to mention it's about 5 o'clock. She may have to bail in the next little bit.
See, yep.
Do we want to maybe
Yep, I'm
jump
getting-
ahead and just touch on some of the stuff that she brought brought to the episode.
Let me see if she wants to run down the SUV really quickly, and then it's only a couple photos, and then it's her stuff. Here.
Let's if we do the SUV and then we can play the one video that we were talking about, I can lead into the Palantir AI stuff and we'll leave it there because it goes perfectly into that. That way it's not too much info. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sounds great. Good idea. Good idea.
Yep. So everybody knows about the note. We think it's Dred Scott equals bad, right? Is that what we said?
Yes.
And
is it one other thought was Drew? Is there ever a Drew in this area? I could kind of see Drew when I looked at it from afar. So
you could,
when I was looking at it like that, it looked to me like Drew.
Hmm.
Do you see that?
I'll do a quick look now. See if something.
Yeah, like I can't make out the last letter. So I thought it was like it goes up. So I thought it was a D.
Yeah, it's like to me, I'm seeing DRE. Oh, even H. I'm almost seeing an H, but I almost see a W when you're far away. Because I write like this. This is like it's a very chicken scratch way to write because I write super fast. But what I'll do is I'll put like if I were to write this myself, it may look like a W because I go DRE, keep the E with the W. Like with I would keep it together.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what he did because that's how I would do something. I don't even know if this is his handwriting, but meaning whoever wrote this, they might have wrote it funny like I would, which I'm just continuing the E into the W.
I'm just reading a couple of messages here. I will check my messages about Henry Dells. Angel, I'm just reading a couple things. Yep, I know that. She wants to, can she message you? Is that okay?
Yeah, my email is discourseamerican@gmail.com. I take all of my tips there, but Tornado, just reach out to me. I have a Discord too if you do Discord, so I can add you to that if you email me.
Yeah.
Or Allie can send it to you if you use Discord.
Maybe drop your email in the chat, maybe. And then she can, then she can
I'll go back in the comments after the live and drop my email. Or it's in my profile. It's actually in my profile at the top, so you guys can go there. Like in my
YouTube?
Yep. So Tornado, you can go there and then we can connect from there. I'd love to do that.
Yeah. She does great work. Okay. It's not Chrissy. Ooh, nice, you clipped it for me? No, you didn't. Okay, so that's great.
And I just looked up Drew Scott.
Mm-hmm.
The most relevant hit is actually somebody from the Property Brothers. It's
I know who you're
that guy. Yeah, so it's like a buy and sell house show where they flip and make money. Apparently one of the brothers is named Drew, but I know that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but that was the biggest hit that I got.
Yeah.
Sorry you're late. It's okay. I'm so glad you guys are all here. We're going to keep moving on. I just wanted to show you guys this because we're still working on what is this. I think at the end it says Indian Abroad Act. Somebody said it could say Iran. Fixing Dred Scott. What?
Decisions. We think.
Decisions.
And
kids of permanent residents. I don't know. If you could help me with this, maybe I'll send you this and you can help me with this.
Is it fixing someone Scott's deeds?
Here?
that
up
might
here?
Be.
No, this says kid.
After fixing, go down.
Oh, here.
Dred Scott deeds. Is that what it is?
That might be it too.
I don't know. Like I zoomed it up and this doesn't look like an A. It looked like a C. And then I don't know. I have no idea.
Or it could just like what
the heck is that?
Like an E.
What she said. What if it's a bad E? What if it's DEEDS? Deeds.
This person already has horrible handwriting. Because they're not. See how on the G they're not using a full circle. Same thing here. They're not using the full circle.
Yeah.
Which is going to make it look like a C.
Yeah.
But I think it's an E.
And then there's this thing at the bottom. I don't know what that is. What symbol that is. I don't know why.
Money? I don't know.
Maybe.
Money sign, maybe.
Yeah, so this was in the SUV beside Charlie on the console.
Do we think they were his talking points? Maybe like for the local state, like local to Utah.
Yeah.
Is Drew Scott a local person that we could find? Drew Scott, Utah.
I mean, this isn't that historic.
What was the other name we were thinking?
Dred
Scott.
Scott.
Okay. He's probably referencing that guy for his talking points, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and there's only
The history, yeah. He's not here
the
anymore,
history
right?
thing.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
he's
here anymore.
denied citizen. So he was saying he was bad because he denied citizenship on. Oh,
Yes.
maybe if that's who he's talking about.
That's
I don't
why,
know why he would
yeah, it
think.
had to do about the citizenship, and that's why I said kids of permanent residents at the top. And that's what we on great stuff from like the Rileys, Muppet Masher, and Wisha, because we all like try to break this down and figure out what the heck it is. And we're leaning toward what you just looked up there. It has to do with residency and permanent.
Yeah, and apparently it's considered by many legal scholars to be the worst ever rendered by the Supreme Court, and it was overturned in 13th and 14th Amendments in the Constitution.
Yes, and I put all those
So-
links that you're talking about in
Yeah.
my X account.
That would make sense
Yeah,
for him to talk about because they do talk about race relations and things like that on campus. So I could see that 100%.
yeah.
In that.
Yeah.
If you did not connect your phone, it's possible for previous renters. I mean, I wouldn't want my phone still paired in there. That's crazy, but yeah, it could be possible.
Yeah,
But
that's totally possible.
I'm thinking as a renter, and I'm renting the vehicle out to someone, I'm going to delete that stuff off the thing. I mean, I'm not going to rent out a vehicle and have that there.
I have accidentally left mine, and I thought about it later. I was like, "Oh shoot, my Bluetooth's connected."
Oh,
I've thought about this later on, but mine comes up as like not my name. It's like iPhone blah blah blah. So it
Okay,
comes up
that's good.
right.
like no real person. It's not like my real name and then a number. It's like it says iPhone, a random number. So
I know it can happen, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying because it's a rental company, don't they check the car when it comes back, they fix it up, and they get it ready for the next customer? I don't know.
Yeah. But they won't go through and delete the Bluetooth. I'm
Yeah.
sure they will like
Okay.
leave like the 27 people who have already done it. I went through personally and deleted people. It's because I just wanted to be at the top.
Yeah. The only
Yeah.
reason, like, I think it's him is because the maps was on, and the maps correlated
Yeah.
to where they were driving. That's why I think it's not somebody else.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
100%. If you're using the maps, it will not work on someone else's Bluetooth. It's not going to pop up. It has to be under your name. And their name would not pop up under maps because in all cars you have the navigation nowadays. So you can use
Yep.
the car's maps, but if it's an Apple map, it won't. There's
Yep.
no way.
Do you see that, Zero, wherever you are? Mr. Zero, where are you? Call
He'll
him
debate me
Zero
later. I know
Zero.
it.
Okay?
He'll debate me later.
You can't. I do have a bigger screen of this, but I didn't bring it on today's show. But it does show them when they're arriving that the university's here. So we're gonna move on. We want to find that guy. So we're gonna go to the
So,
SUV really
searching.
quickly. Mr. Baron Coleman has high resolution photos. I don't know if you saw his live stream, everybody. Shout out to Baron.
Friend
He
of the show.
corrected, yeah, he corrected. I thought this was broken. We thought. We didn't like say it is broken, but we thought that this was broken. You can see a little bit of blood there on the door frame, on the door, underneath the door handle, and the window's still blurred. I did ask him when he did his live stream, was the window broken? And he said no. It's blurred out to protect something for a reason. So that's it on that part of the SUV. I do see like I don't know if it's rubbed out. I see blood there. I see
Yeah, me
something
too.
there. We'll move on, and then okay, I'm just letting you guys know. You have babies, right? You
Mhm.
have a. They have the hook for the car seat, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's a hook where you put your car seat in there, and then you hook it in, secure it it.
Mhm.
So that's a metal hook. I've looked at many of the inside of the vehicles. So, and this is a piece of the fragment that he was talking
Yeah,
about.
that's part of the alleged fragments that are in the front seat, and this would
Yeah.
have been the seat
Yeah.
that Rick Cutler was sitting in.
Yeah.
It's a close up. It's hard to
Close-up of
tell
it.
what it is, to be honest.
Looks like
It
flakes.
is.
Looks like flakes over here. Can't really tell because it's a glare.
Is that the stitching coming undone? Like, what are we looking at?
We're looking at.
Like, on a seat where there's like you have a bend and then you have a stitch. Do you get what I'm
So-
saying?
Yeah, so these are the stitches here, but in the
Yeah.
crease of the stitches,
Okay.
he didn't show it in this picture. I don't have all the photos right now, but in the crease was
Mhm.
these things.
And
Yeah.
we actually thought when did our first coverage of the SUV and we were looking at the lower quality photos, we
Mhm.
actually sort of thought something similar to what you just did. Because it looked like it was right where the stitching was meeting the side of the seat, and we
Mhm.
were wondering if it was actually ripped or cut. Like it was hard for us to
Right.
tell without seeing like the high resolution photos. So we were looking at that area a little bit, but we didn't know what
Yeah,
to make of it.
yeah.
Like we didn't have the clear enough picture.
The Riley, is it the Riley?
Yeah, the
I just
Rileys.
The
shouted you
Rileys.
out. I just shouted you out about the note. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, 100% the user is the dude driving. Yes.
Yay.
Nice. Thanks for keeping us honest, Zero. And I think I said that in the
Yes.
chat.
Okay, moving on. Thank you for your comments, guys. All right. So I'm sorry I don't have all the pictures here, American Discourse, because it was
No, you're
just
fine.
he had a bigger screen you guys can go watch his live stream. He had a bigger area of the seat. He kept on zooming in. I just took screenshots of it because it is a fair amount of it. He says it kind of looks like um similar to bullet fragments when you crush
Okay.
them. Like, yeah, that's what it looks like. So he did show that. And
To
here's
me,
another
it looks
one.
like threads. Like it doesn't. I can't see fragments. I see like a thread look with like some little metal looking thing in there. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a hard one for me.
yeah.
It's a hard one for us too. So like we just don't really know what to make of
I
it
don't.
We don't.
because
I don't either. And I don't want
even
to suppose anything from that one because to me, it's like I would have said it was like I don't know, maybe for like stitching because we're so high resolution in there, even though it's scattered. I don't know. It doesn't look like much to me because I'm not a ballistics anything. So
Yeah,
yeah,
um
same.
I've got nothing on that.
yeah. So then we got the side of the car. Well, he redacted it.
Mhm.
I think we went over this already, but privately, like we don't. This
I thought
kind
it
of
looked like someone got in a brawl. Like this looks like just I just can't imagine what you could do to the side of a car unless you were literally getting rammed into it, which I told you guys like personally. I one time had someone scrape the side of my car because they were road raging, passing me on a mountain, almost pushed me off a mountain, and they scraped the side of my car with these type of they're like wheels that are like high up and then they have nails on them or whatever. It's like so you don't
oh
bump into their
my.
car. And they were obviously an aggressive person. And so they slammed in the side of my car with these like nail like things coming out of their tires. And
Wow.
it scraped the side of my car and it didn't do this much damage. So, and I'm talking about a high, like we're going 35, 40 miles an hour, a car's scraping against me. And right now I only have like, I didn't even really get it fixed because it was like one little scrape. And it like,
That's kind of scary though.
it was super scary, but I'm just saying the damage that happened to my car in like an actual accident didn't look anything like whatever the heck we're seeing here.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So like
Okay.
that's a lot then. Yeah, I wish it wasn't redacted, but he has a purpose for it. Everybody, he has a purpose for why he's doing this. He's at least he's releasing these photos so we can look at them. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. It looks like to me that this is
Yeah.
these are scratch marks.
Scrapes.
This looks
Yeah.
like bloody like fingerprints. I know that guy that was carrying him, he tried to shut the door when they were leaving, right? He was trying to shut it. It never did shut, by the way. He tried to shut it. Because I can show up that picture as well. But this looks like scratch marks.
That definitely looks like scratch marks. And then
Yeah.
And this is where they put him in. I know Baron did say that.
yeah, that's the
That's
door.
the
So
door.
that's the door they loaded them in.
Mm-hmm.
And the photo was taken slightly on an angle.
Yeah.
So
So
if you can take your mouse and just put it up here, that's where the windows are.
yeah.
Is
Mhm.
up in that area. So it is what we call in the film industry is when a shot's taken like that, it's called Dutched, which means it's slightly on an angle.
It's on an
Yep.
angle. Yeah. Like this is the floor part. Yeah.
I think that also looks like other something else was mixed with that blood and I don't know what that is, but it's giving me one of those feelings where you're like, "Ooh, what is that?" Like because it's not straight red. It has this yellowy, not pus, but like you get what I'm saying, like this
Yeah.
that's not typical of just like dark blood or like what we saw in the video. So that's very interesting to me. I'm curious where that would have came from, because you would imagine, I don't know why it would be so light colored. And it
Right, and
also
if the
looked
door
like
was
that light.
open, if the door's
Yeah.
open when they were putting him in, they didn't like. I even thought of, oh, it's because they scraped themselves when they were bringing him into the car, and I went, no, the door was open. They didn't even touch this side of the door.
Yeah. When was this
You know
photo
what I
taken?
mean?
Was it
I
the day
don't.
of?
I think these are the pictures of after. I don't know where this picture's taken from. Actually, I really don't know if it was from
Because
a
you
camera,
could,
from a road, or if it. I don't know. I
and
don't know.
maybe it was taken a few days later, because what could have happened is some pollen could have got on the car and made it so all of this DNA that we're seeing is that weird color, because pollen on a car kind of looks funny like that. But then
Yeah.
that's maybe why the coloring is a little different on the red. So maybe it sat
Yeah.
for a minute and someone finally took some photos and they were in a pollinated area.
That's,
And then,
that's very possible. That's totally possible too.
yeah,
It is
because
a-
if it was not the day after, like if it wasn't even, it could just sit overnight and it come, like at least where I live, your car can be full of that stuff.
Yes, Barron did show this on his live stream. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was the day before. What is it?
Check that
Babe?
comment by the Rileys.
The Rileys. There was a motorbike accident right after the UVU roundabout car and bike. It was on the scanners. They called two bikes over and they went the wrong way. Scanner said could be suspect. Oh, I remember hearing that on the dispatch call.
Do you think one of the bikes sideswiped the SUV on the way to the hospital?
I don't know why they're not telling us this. If it's BS Hollywood. Folks seen the world is hilarious.
Right?
BS Hollywood. Yeah.
I'm in
Moving
agreement. Well,
on.
maybe that is showing like some site, like, DNA or whatever was on them left over. And like, that's
Yeah.
kind of what it looks like almost. It almost looks like this sat for a little while, but hopefully Barron tells us when it was taken.
I think so. Maybe he'll bring it up again, but he's getting a lot of slack from it, from bringing
Is
up
he?
the photos now. A little.
Well, yeah.
I'm just happy that he posted the clear images. I don't really care.
Right.
This is a picture of a 2025 Denali
Mhm.
and the interior, not Charlie's. Okay, I'm just showing people this is a hook,
Yep.
and the hook is there, and that's
Mhm.
all I'm gonna go with that. I don't think it's a cell phone. I think I cleared it up, but if people want to keep thinking it's a cell, I think Muppet thought it was, but I don't, and other people thought it was, but I don't think it is.
No, I think it's clearly a hook, because it pokes out just the exact same as that one.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And to confirm it, all you got to do is look up the same model Denali,
Yeah.
right? And then look for one that has a white interior, and then that pops a lot more, and it's really easy
Yeah.
to see that it's just something to latch onto.
Yep.
It's hard just because the state of the vehicle.
You can see the little button there, and there's a button there. You can see the side. It is for me a hook. I'm just, until I see something more clear, I can't say.
Yeah,
But moving on, I think now we're going to go to your video. We're going to go to the video and your document.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's get into that.
So sorry. Thank you, everybody. Please stay. Please stay. Don't go. We got more.
23-year-old FIU student charged with a felony over messages she wrote in a school group chat. Gabriela Saldana facing a judge Thursday morning. According to her arrest report, this went down in a WhatsApp group chat of about 215 students, where students were discussing an event that was to take place Friday at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center on campus to make their capstone presentations. An FIU police officer read some of the statements in court.
The exact words utilized was, "There's going to be a bomb in the Ocean Bank Convocation Center, and it's going to be at Jonathan's fault," one of the members in the chat.
7 News obtaining some bits of that chat. It seemed the student wanted the event rescheduled and wrote, quote, "Netanyahu, if you can hear me, drop some bonbons for us capstone students in Ocean Bank Convention Center." Other students wrote they didn't take that text lightly. She later in the chat wrote, quote, "I wrote a dumb joke that should not have been made."
I can understand your position, Ms. Corey, and you're saying this is a joke, but to an objective person, it's not a joke, and there would be enough for probable cause. I'm not saying it's enough for beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't know what the state's going to be able to prove at trial, but for purposes of this hearing, I believe there is enough for probable cause.
Yeah. Shout out to Zero. We could be doing anything right now, but we're spending our time, our valuable time, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
My reaction to this is twofold. I'm not happy necessarily that she's getting federally charged, but I will say we all went to school, and if there was ever a bomb alert, like they shut school down. Like
Yep.
you would get like, and if they had even a call in bomb threat, you didn't go to school or you were on high alert. So these things are taken very seriously since like you start in elementary school knowing this stuff. So
Yep.
for her to send that in a group message, it's on her. Now, will there be reasonable doubt? As the judge said, I believe that she will probably get, less than she,
I hope
could be
so.
charged for. So because it is a joke, but most people know not to joke about that. So in that setting, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She I think she was being a little bit harsh on her though.
I mean, she was being harsh.
She's just a kid.
Did we?
I agree with that.
Yeah, she's just a kid. Like,
did I send you the screenshots about the judge, or do you want me just to talk about that quickly?
Yeah, you could just say what the judge did. Yeah, I don't think I have that.
Okay,
yeah,
so
go ahead.
we just looked up the judge quickly, right, to see if she's been notorious for giving down harsh sentences or weak sentences or whatever. And she was actually part of a massive online viral moment where she was put in a position where she was passing a sentence onto one of her high school friends who was being charged with multiple robberies. And she only gave him 10 months and was a little bit of a lenient sentence. So that we found that a little bit odd. And then a few years later, she was put in this situation with this same individual again, and actually did the complete correct thing and removed herself from being a judge to try that case. So,
Right.
That's points for her. She realized there was a conflict of interest and moved on. A couple years after that, she was then put in a position where she had to basically hand down a sentence on somebody that she had met on vacation and knew. And that person didn't get the book thrown at them either. So I guess the point made here is that she has gone a little lenient on people that she's known or had interactions with in her life. And we just don't understand why maybe she's throwing the book a little bit heavy at this young lady because she is young. I remember being that age, I had all kinds of opinions and I didn't care about holding my tongue.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a little harsh, but at the same time, I guess we do got to kind of treat people or not treat them, but teach them that, words hold power, they hold weight.
Yeah.
Just remember that before you speak, I guess.
Well, and this was in Florida, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
Florida.
we know they're trying to make an example of people in Florida. They came down with all these antiseptic things. She mentioned Netanyahu. So there's that other angle of this where it's like
True.
the judge may be getting taken to lunch and being like, you need to throw the book at this girl. We're going to make an example of her. So what I think she did was wrong. Actually, you should not be making threats at a school function and a school event. Absolutely. Do I think they are going to use this as an example, not to use BB, the Will Smith joke, keep my wife's name out of your mouth, like same thing.
Yep.
Keep Benjamin Netanyahu's name out of your mouth. Like, yes.
It's an
Yes.
example, I think. I think it is.
Exactly. If they're going to track this and how, was this reported or were they surveilled? Like, how did they get this information so quickly? I think all of those are like questions I have because I didn't look too closely into this, but I was paying attention that it was in Florida.
Somebody reported it in the group chat for sure.
Yeah.
That's how it got
that's what I'm
escalated
thinking.
to now to the higher entity, and then it got to this level. I didn't know it was going to get to that level, but I was like, wow. When I first saw it, I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And I think what you said is kind of on point too, because like there is, I forgot about it until you brought it up, to be honest, but I know there is some issues in Florida, and then as soon as you mentioned that they may choose this incident as an example making style situation, I didn't think about that until you brought it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, they could literally do that, I guess. And
They
I
could.
hope they don't, like, for that young lady's sake. You know, learn your lesson. You know, don't post that crap in group chats.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and your friends wouldn't report you, right? Like if you made a joke like that to your friends, but this is with a ton of people who don't know you either. They
Yeah.
don't know you. They don't know if their life is at jeopardy. The right thing to do probably would have been to report this person, quite frankly. Like, I don't know that I would have felt safe at whatever event I was at, especially if it was a bigger event. For
Yeah.
that purpose, I would be like, okay, is this like the Charlie Kirk thing when they're putting like a couple messages out on the internet right before the time it happens, and they're like, something's going to happen to Charlie at this event, and other people are like, whatever, you're just joking, you're just trolling. And
Yeah.
then, like, this is a very,
Serious
politically
thing.
tense
Yeah, like
time.
you shouldn't. They shouldn't have said that either. People were tweeting
Yes.
about something big's gonna happen to him. You know, those people
Exactly.
should. Why aren't they? Why aren't they being?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There was a lot of people in that group chat. I did find out there was just over 200 people. I think they said there was
Whoa.
like 212 people in that chat where she made that statement.
Maybe that's why, because of all the people.
Maybe.
Yeah, because she didn't know these people, like, and they don't know her from Adam either. Who knows, like, her intentions? Now, it does seem like she was joking. When I read it, it did sound like it doesn't matter when you're like in a group. Do you ever get scared in public anyway at large events nowadays? Because I am. I don't know that I necessarily want to sit. Like, I sit by the exit at a movie theater. So if something's going down, I'm out. Like, you're not gonna find me just sitting back and being like, "Oh, that's so funny." It's like
She made a big mistake. I don't think she should have wrote that in there,
No.
especially she didn't know half the people in there. So not a good thing. And I don't know if
No.
this is all. Is this real? Was this just to scare everybody? I have no idea. I don't know
Right.
anymore, because what we
And it could
see is
be.
not real anymore.
Yes. Yeah, and so like two parts can be true at once. It's like she shouldn't have said that. Absolutely. Should she be like reprimanded federally? Probably not. They should probably be able to work with the judge. But is the judge gonna make an example? Who knows? Maybe she's getting blackmailed, the judge. That we know that stuff happens. Just
Yes.
something to keep note of.
So we're gonna move on to your amazing.
Actually, just
Yep.
before we dive in, I just wanted to read
Sure.
out one comment and then we can go in.
Okay.
And it
Of
was
course.
literally a comment from Zero. And if you can't find it, I'll read it out. Hold on. I don't
And
think
it's
you're
okay, Muppet. We're all wrong. I'm wrong all the time. So
I'll read it
Yeah,
out.
me too.
I'll read it out because it looks like you're
is it a new one, baby?
slightly new. I'll just read it out. I don't want to waste
Okay,
all this
okay,
time
okay.
looking for it. So it was a comment from It's Just Zero. If you remove Zion from her post, which is hard even for me to do, the context of her post obtains the following: bomb, school, and joking or not joking, it should not be downplayed. And I kind of have to agree with that statement. Like, if you take that bit out, what do you got? Bomb, school. Yeah, okay, it's a valid point, and I saw that comment. I just wanted to read that out because it is a very valid point. Whether it was a joke or not, there were some trigger words there that maybe should have not necessarily have been said, and I
Yeah.
kind of have to agree with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would, what if you said something else? Like, I wish that we were anywhere else but here right now. This place sucks. Whatever. Like, I'd rather, like, you could even say, like, I'd rather be in Israel right now. That would be a better thing to say than saying drop a bomb. Like, I'd rather be, like, you could take it to some way other place, which I could easily make it like dark and cynical, but like in a joking manner. But to say those two words, unfortunately, you have to know the audience that you're talking. If you're talking to your besties, they're going to know, like, this girl doesn't even know how to cook her own spaghetti. Like, how in the heck would she put a good on? But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're talking to 200 people, they're like, oh my God, she's an astro whatever bomb maker. Like, you could make so many different words put together. It's like, oh my gosh.
People take it the wrong way.
Yes.
Yeah.
They could assume so many things about you just by that text.
Well, thank you so much, Zero. You live in Florida. Is that him?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
Well, then you know more about this case than what we would then.
Maybe,
give us
potentially.
the deets. Anyways, back to American Discourse. She's going to give us her daily brief.
Yes, I'm going to just focus on one thing probably because I know we're a little tight on time. Something I want everyone to be aware of, because I think it's really important, it's not getting enough press, is that after the Bilderberg meeting, directly after that Peter Thiel was rumored to be at, He is funding a company called Objection AI, and it's Teal and Balaji backed. So I get this daily brief every day to make sure I am up to date on what's going on globally, geopolitically. It's actually normally way bigger than this, but I did it specifically for this. But what I want to do is keep up to date on what tech is coming out to be used against journalism, citizens, anything that goes against our Constitution, in my opinion.
I love this. I love it.
So I will post stuff to X. Like if you guys follow me on X, I will pull something daily from my brief and most likely post it, because I'm trying to get out the word what's actually happening before it is too much of like, it's like you're way too late on the story, right? So just that's where I put the most, I think, important things is like I'll put something on X that came from this brief. So that's just a long way to say this is how I keep in touch with the daily news. But anyway, what this does, and I think this goes against all of our like free speech rights and goes very heavy on reporters, is basically what he's doing is he's funding an AI platform that uses AI to basically look at and score the truth of journalism. So what can happen is someone submits you and all they have to pay is $2,000 per challenge, and it triggers a public investigation that goes through. So let's say I posted something on X and someone sends it to Peter Thiel's AI, and I don't know how they're going to integrate it yet, because mind you, this is new, it's fun, it's newly funded. But let's say it's integrated into X, and you post something, and someone clicks publicly investigate, right? And they're willing to pay the $2,000 to investigate your post.
Wow.
What it's going to do is go to a jury of large language models, so not necessarily people, and it will basically go from OpenAI, Anthropic, all the big AI names, and it'll evaluate the evidence claim by claim. So AI is going to judge you, sounds like, and then if it has anything of merit that they deem important to keep moving forward in the process, basically what they're going to do is hire these team of freelancers from the FBI, CIA, British intelligence to investigate these claims. So you as a journalist are at risk of anything you put out there be getting flagged with former intelligence.
Wow.
And then after that, basically what they do with that is, I'm trying to find my wording again. It may hold some weight. So how it works is, let's say you are from the New York Post. You are going to be held at a higher rate in a good way. Like you're going to score higher because you're from a mainstream media platform. Whistleblowers are going to be rated the lowest. So they're not only going to use things that we would call Fed slop, right?
Yeah.
Used by feds, basically propping up Mockingbird Media and making it so if you post anything that someone doesn't like, and let's say you're criticizing Peter Thiel, he's a billionaire. What's $2,000 to him? He's reporting you. And now you go through this AI thing that's going to scan you and look up who you are as a journalist. And I'm sure moving forward, it's part of that surveillance state where they can get to know all of these journalists that are dissenting against the mainstream media, tracking you, evaluating you, scoring you. And let's say this ever gets integrated into X, well, then you'll probably have some type of community type note, but it's like this journalist is a 1 out of 10. We don't trust them.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'm just thinking about how you could integrate an AI platform like this, right? I'm speaking aloud here.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a surveillance issue. Like, us journalists should be able to do our work. It's freedom of speech to, obviously an extent. Everything has consequences. We know that. But, if you're not defaming people, you should be able to have investigative integrity. And what this would do is score you. Like, let's say you had a whistleblower on. Let's say you had an Einstein whistleblower who had been to all the parties, knew, big political figures, and was a victim. She would be considered a whistleblower. So that's a problem, because then you can't do this journalistic investigation. You have to stick to the Fed slop narrative. And we know that Thiel and Balaji are both Zionists. So they go through the Zionist agenda. So let's think about this. If you criticize our greatest ally, 1 out of 10 journalists, and this is going through X, and probably at some point would suppress you. So just thinking aloud here.
That's the whole, I think that's their whole plan.
Exactly. So here's the AI put out there after our Bilderberg meeting by Mr. Peter Thiel himself. We all know he's associated with JD Vance. I mean, come on, like just another warning that we just
You guys want to screen? Is it okay if people screenshot that? That's great. Look at
You
that.
absolutely can, yes.
Yeah.
You guys
Anybody
want-
wants to take a screenshot of this? Dive in.
Yeah, she did all the work on this.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
That's
those are the things we're watching. I'm watching on my own.
Yeah.
But I think everyone needs to be aware of. We need to be aware of these couple things. I also have Charlie Kirk stuff that I flagged just to keep rolling on the Tyler Robinson case. But it's very important to watch out for all this stuff. Wherever the money moves is where things are happening. So that's where I get my research. Is I try and follow what's happening in like tech finance, anything like that. That's how you know what's going to be breaking, in my opinion.
You're like a female Ian Carroll.
I love
Follow the money. Yeah.
I'm exactly like that. I like to follow the money because that's where all of these things get funded from. That's where it starts, right?
Yep.
How do you fund the Mockingbird media, right? Some of that is Bezos money, some of that is CIA money, some of that is our child money, right? Like there are so many people that fund these things that are used against Americans, against journalism, against citizens, and it's like if you don't know where the money apparatus is sitting and how it's moving, you're never going to understand the politics of it all. So that's my 2 cents.
Journalists hold the power.
Yes, we hold them accountable 100%.
Yeah.
You see how what that's actually kind of doing, right? So partially what this thing is doing, just by listening to you speak, it's setting things up in a way where official Fed slop is going to be highly rated, and anybody thinking that may not necessarily be the case is going to have a lower rate. And like you mentioned, we're going to have, we always got whistleblowers coming out with all kinds of stuff. Now, all of a sudden, immediately, they are now 1,000% discredited, regardless of what they're saying and what evidence they have. They are immediately given a lower rating. They are discredited just because of what label is being put on them. And with that label comes a rating. And that's actually pretty terrifying, considering that, as we see here, it's going to be AI generated. Like that's terrifying.
Well, how much money did they put into AI? Let's see. We can go down that rabbit hole all day. But
crazy.
I actually had that pulled at one point when I was first looking into this. Yeah, it was a lot of money.
500 billion. Don't quote me. I have good memory. I think it's 500 billion. 4 million. Maybe I'm saying that's too high of a number. I know it's 500 either million. I think
it wasn't small. If you think about Thiel, he's big money. He's big deep pockets for his Zionist agenda. So keep yourself anything he does, you guys should be acutely aware of in the and as citizens, like he is bad news for us. People think, oh, he's on the good side. Anything surveillance state, weapons tech that's used with AI. That's another thing. Like all these missing scientists, they're related to weapons tech. Just don't fool yourself. All of the technology that they're uncovering and using, it has to do with the weapons. So they want those people to be in the shadows or dead, because what they're trying to use against our foes will one day be used against you, the citizens. So
100%.
That's why those people are most likely missing.
Somebody just said that he's evil in the chat.
I 100%
and
agree.
that you're a smart cookie.
Thank you, Scruff.
Yes.
Wow. That's definitely something that people need to sort of stay up to date on. And Ivan, who is in here a little while ago, he was following Mr. Ellison's stuff.
Yes.
And he's another gentleman. I'm actually wondering how much interaction they have between Ellison and Thiel. I wonder. I just wonder.
Weren't you talking about this American Discourse? Like
yeah.
Weren't you Are you doing a show on this or no?
On the scientists?
Yeah.
Yes. So we did one the other week, and then I've been doing one and then we did another one on David Wilcock, because he's kind of in the same sphere. He actually was working on anti-gravity tech. So two big things that move the markets, right, is anything weapons tech. We know the military industrial complex rules half of our dollar, and then the other half is oil and things like that. So anytime you keep track of what's going on with weapons and stuff, and in the the background of that stuff, that's where you get your stories. Because like if they're working on anti-gravity tech, well, what would that do to you if you lost gravity for like 7 seconds, right? If you
Yeah.
just targeted an area or whatever. Like, think about these things as how they can use against you, not how they can help you. They try and put it as, this is what would help us. And then it's like, okay, no, it wouldn't. They're trying to use that as a specialized directed energy weapon. Like, it just depends on the side. But like for the missing scientists, they knew a lot about this UFO,
Yeah.
you know, mysterious
Yeah.
technology, plasma tech, things like that. It's very,
Yeah.
it's so much more than just like they saw an alien. It's more like, how can they harness anything they may have ever came across? Let's say they did come in contact with.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It all
Yeah,
comes
yeah, yeah.
together.
It's kind of scary. So
It
if
is.
you already did a show on this, you said? Or are
We
you
did
doing
one
another one?
on the nine missing at the time. There's more. There's 14
There's more.
missing, and then David Wilcock just passed away, and he's within the circle. So we did a video on that on Tuesday, Rogue and I, and then I've done 2 separate ones as well, expanding on David Wilcock because his death is actually mysterious. He thought there was some. It's very complicated, but it sounds like he had been cyber stalked. He was in a lawsuit against a company he was in, like, and then, you know, always with the money, you have to be careful if they're in lawsuits. What's that?
Yeah.
What is it referring to? People
Mhm.
get killed over that stuff, right? So that was my first thought, but it could be even more complicated than that. And so that's what I'm kind of digging into in my series that
Or look
I'm
at
gonna,
his old stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, like dig up on his, like somebody even said that in the chat here somewhere.
Hey, Mad.
Hey, Mads, how are you doing?
Hey, Matt.
Thank you so much for coming.
From one mad to another, you rock.
Oh, and David Wilcock was the main thing that actually drew me to him. I heard him talk about the banking cabal and how they were evil and Luciferian. So
Yeah.
that if you're follow anything I do, I'm following the money. If he knows that information, I know he's at least good people. I'm not saying he's right about all of his theories. I'm not saying any of that, but I do know he's seeing a bigger picture.
Yeah, especially if his eyes and mind are open to that, which I think
Yes.
a lot of people are starting to see now.
Mhm.
And I definitely think that's something that you should keep working on. That's great information.
Can you please post that link again? I don't want to scroll up because then I'm going to lose where I am.
Oh, the website for
Yeah.
Okay, so someone made a website. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, this elite asset does a lot of. She's a researcher too. Does a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, she's
And feel free
really
to
good.
she's a
email me
smart-
as well, Elite.
Yeah.
she's a smart cookie. And if you,
You know-
guys want to email American Discourse, please do.
Follow her.
Yeah.
Yes,
Follow
that
her
too.
YouTube. Did I put her YouTube in? I'm going to do it again. I literally just have it right here. Please go follow American Discourse because she's going to be leaving shortly. I don't know how much time you have. So here, I'm putting the link here. This is my
I
guest
should
today.
probably head out soon.
She
But
is the next Ian Carroll.
Yeah.
I love Ian Carroll.
I'm going to call it. She's the next one. Like, she follows the money. So,
Remember, you heard it here first.
well,
I'm a very big fan of Ian, and his web team is also extremely nice. So shout out to them,
yeah.
of course.
Actually, I was snooping around the website. I was looking in some of the channels there.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
one was about information on certain suspicious individuals. And shocking, there was like 10 posts of you putting people's names
Yes,
and
I saw that.
information
Your links.
into the web Discord. And I was like,
I even said that to Chris. I go, look at all her links in there.
Yeah.
She's doing work.
good job.
Yeah. I
Good
was tracking these people to try and figure out have they been reprimanded or not. I was talking to Gen X Girl about this. We were thinking about doing a site, but we kind of hadn't been able to get together and kind of put it all the way through. But it's still something to keep in mind that these people are walking around that have all these accusations in the files that are like constantly being updated now and taken away. But there's no real repercussions in the US. And it's like, it's because it implicates other bigger stories. And in my opinion, it's always about money. So like when
Yep.
Einstein said, I work for the Rothschilds, it's like, well, that's who, you know, works, like our government works for, because Einstein in the files was basically saying, like, I have all these FBI connections. He knew the name of the FBI database and said, look me up in this database and tell me what it says about me right
Crazy.
now. Yes. So he ran those. He had FBI contacts. How do you think he didn't get way more? Like they had so many tips, right? So he was running these organizations in his own way, manipulating them, maybe throwing them money. But like, why was that? Because he had money from the biggest banking company in the world. So he wasn't just some like he didn't just have an operation. I'll just say that and take out the other name. But he was coming from a family that likes to work in the shadows, but everyone knows their names and no one thinks they do anything. They absolutely do. So I'm just gonna, I'll end there on my rant.
That's very interesting.
Amazing.
Now I'm gonna look up Einstein.
Yeah. I'm
Tornado Alley wanted to say something here really quickly. If you want to read it.
Yeah. I think Conan announced Kitty in the same week. Yeah. That makes sense. Aaron Cohen announced Kitty in the same week. Yeah. They always do it during these high stakes times. I'll say that.
Yes. Yes.
Because think about, we're still
always they do.
It's just what's the odds of that, Miss Allie? I'm just saying. They like to sneak it in there. Like they have their little Bilderberg meeting when we're like in a huge like war. And by the way, they're sworn to secrecy in those Bilderberg meetings. It's not like people can come out and be a whistleblower. You have to be invited. You have to have a special thing. It's not like they're letting journalists in and just being like, here's what we're discussing about world domination. That's not how it works. Like
I just feel like they're going to silence us because we're getting like, well, look how smart we are. There's so many researchers and there's so many journalists out there. I feel like now the next step is like what you just showed today. How are they going to silence us and stop us from, reporting the news if we want to talk about anything?
And
it's going to be a big blow soon regarding our reporting, I think.
Yep. And what a better way to do it by starting with a rating scale that they can control, and just that program in general now discredits you 100%. You are no longer an equal voice just because of the position you have. Your voice is no longer valid now, and that's terrifying.
Yeah,
very terrifying.
And it's not a jury of your peers. This is a jury of AI, and then
ones and zeros.
Yes,
literally ones and zeros. That's what we're getting judged by.
Exactly.
And we got 800 people in the chat listening to you right now. So this is news that we are reporting. And guys, I hope you listen to this and go back and rewatch everything because I thought it was a great show. I thought it was a really great show. And I'm going to be going on her show as well. We're going to do a collab.
We are, and I want to investigate this team. Basically, not investigate, but have an interview style where we investigate what went back in the in the Charlie Kirk timeline. I have quite a few questions. I have some very old notes I want to revisit because I had a master investigative timeline at a time, and I feel like when I go through them, you're going to be able to point out what has changed, what we need to update, what we still don't know. And I feel like a nice recap of where we are in the Charlie Kirk case would just be a breath of fresh air for everyone.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
I have a good memory, so I can recount stuff. Look at the dates.
I have this insane list of like all the lies TPUSA had said for a while. It's not updated anymore. This is from like when it started, but I'm talking like it was like 50 lies that came out. And
gosh. Imagine how big that would be now. Like if you were to say, if you were to update it, like, oh my goodness.
I could not keep going with it. When you're like, it was taking too much mental energy and I had to be paying too much attention while I'm also trying to put content out. So I'm like, I can only now watch kind of the bigger events and try and slot it into what I already know because it's such a heavy case.
It is.
I mean,
and we start talking and we don't even notice how long we're here. And look at us, how long we're like, it's almost 6 o'clock and I'm keeping you, right? I don't know if you have to go right now. Just let me know and we'll cut we'll cut it off. But someone said Bays posted today a Lindsey Graham pop feeling free speech. Okay, I gotta look at that. And Tornado Alley said, "What a great show! She's gonna email you."
Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm
do a
so
collab
open
with
to
her.
researcher. That'd be so great. Yeah,
She's amazing.
That's awesome.
These are researchers that are just like, why aren't they exploding? I mean, they're so good. She does great stuff.
We got a bunch of people who are regulars in our chat, like Elite Asset is one, Desiree is one, Tornado Alley's another one, Wisha's another one.
A lot of researchers in here, American Discourse.
Like
a lot. Yeah, so feel free to email me, guys, and I'd love to connect. I also have a Discord, so I
Yep.
will add you to that if you use Discord.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, if you're any of our regular watchers and you do want to jump in, reach out to her, reach out to us, and we'll
Yep.
we'll make it happen. It's a great small community that's being built. That's very honest, fun, loyal.
Yep.
Recommend it. Highly recommend
We
it.
want to get this information out there, and the time is limited on this Charlie Kirk case, and obviously we're doing other things as well. I'm not just doing the Charlie Kirk case, because I was telling you I do old cases, and
Mhm.
I was doing the Amy Bradley before, but
Yeah.
I mean, but this is what's precedent right now.
Yeah.
So that's what we have to get out.
Well,
So
and you guys have had so much. You've done so much to move the needle. To back out of it would almost be like leaving like all of your work out on the table, and you don't have a resolution. It would be very hard. Like, let's say you were part of, the police force. I drive to take pics. I love that.
she did
In real time.
on my live stream.
That's so sweet. That's boots on the ground. You
She
boots
did.
on the ground it.
On the ground.
I love
Yes.
that.
She like literally went to go what was it, the flood fire and thing van, the cleaning van
the
in Utah.
the cleaning crew that most likely removed some of the items after the assassination. We were trying to figure out who they were, and in real time, we had the actual address dropped to us by one viewer, and
True.
then
Yeah.
and then Lilligan's like, "I'm 15 minutes away. Do you want me to drive to that address and I'll start taking surveillance pictures?" And she did. And
That's
then we
awesome.
and then we brought those pictures up
Yep.
on the live after she had drove there.
She's like, in real time, I'm almost there.
Wow.
I'm here. I'm parked. Oh my God, I see the van.
You're
if
a
you-
good egg. That's what we'd say in my neck of the woods. Just a good egg. We love people like that.
Yeah.
And we love her logo, by the way.
Yeah,
you
that's
see
pretty
that?
sick. Yes.
Yeah.
That-
Isn't that cool?
Just
It's
wanted to
giving
say-
America First wave. Like, when it's like you
Yeah.
get that wave
Oh.
of America First, like it's like, heck yes.
Yeah.
I hope
Look,
you're America First.
yeah.
I totally just pinned that on your logo. I'm sorry, but
I mean,
I'm imagining you're
starring
at
it.
least like America First-ish, where we're like, let's get the foreign influence out of here.
I just love my little chat group. I just think they're just.
She's not a furry, by the way. Lilligan's
You know,
not a furry.
She's not a
We
furry.
do not
Sorry.
believe you're a
Not
furry,
furry.
Lilligan.
You're not a
We
furry.
believe you're an America wave.
But I mean, she's just. That was amazing that happened on that live. Like I don't know what else to say. I mean,
That is amazing. Well, guys, I do need to hop. I have
Yep.
to go tend to the kiddos' life stuff. So I
Yes.
hope you guys have a great and fun rest of the chat. Sorry I won't be in it. But thank you for having me. This has been so
thank
fun.
you for coming, and everybody
Yeah.
go follow her and watch. She's gonna do an interview on me.
Yes, interview. We're gonna get back to the basics as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll call it. I don't know.
Back to the or like
That's a great
going
idea.
back to find the truth, maybe.
Back
Or
to
Yeah.
the basics is good.
something
I
like
like
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
that. Yeah.
Me too.
Well-
We'll collab on the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Cool.
you so much for stopping by today. It was great having you. You're an
Yes.
amazing guest. You're very
Thank
well
you.
spoken. You're very intelligent. You're welcome back here anytime you want. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you. It was a blast. Obviously, you guys are always welcome in my channel, my community, on my side of the house. So thank you for having me.
You're gonna be doing great things.
Yep.
Thank you.
Everybody, watch this young lady.
Yep.
She's gonna blow up very, very quickly.
She's blowing up already. Her
Yeah.
last video, go watch it. Like, tell me the title of that video.
That was the one. That was the one I watched. That's the one I caught.
I just want. People
Was
to
it
know.
one
I'm
of
gonna put it in
them?
the chat. I'm gonna
The
put it in
newest
chat.
one is David Wilcock's best friend speaks out, and something doesn't add up. We'll just go
Is it-
there.
Is it yeah? It's that one with the yellow danger sign, right?
No,
Oh, that's the one I'm premiering tomorrow. So,
Okay.
it's this best friend one. Sorry, I'm not in the comments, or else I would drop it. But you head to my channel; it'll be the number one on the For You.
Is it a video or a live?
It's a video.
It's a video.
yeah.
Yep.
So she
It's
did
only
the
10
live.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yes.
she did the live with Rogue.
Yep.
And
with
then
Rogue.
and then what she's done is clipped some really good moments out of it for people to go back and check. And I strongly suggest you check both those smaller clips, and you do watch the bigger video as well to gain the
Yes.
context.
Yes.
I
Trying to look for it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying to
watched
put it in the
almost-
chat.
I watched almost that entire episode. I was a little bit late, and it was
Oh,
great. Pardon my language.
Thank
It was
you.
great. So please
Thank
go
you.
watch that.
Appreciate it. Well, thank you guys. I hope you have a good day, and
Yes.
chat to you like in probably a few hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
so
on
much
again.
again. And God bless
God
you.
bless.
Yep. All right, guys. Should we continue on?
Yeah.
What are we bringing up now?
Yeah, we can continue on with the show. Thank you so much for coming, guys, and supporting America Discourse News. Hope you enjoyed the information that she brought and the discussion that she brought. She's a great person, and we're a support of hers, and we're hoping that you guys would like to support her as well.
Yeah. So I know we really skimmed over. We can go back to the SUV, but I think I have. Oh, I have something else. Yes.
I think we can
I
move
have.
on.
Well, I have that. Well, we know we have that. This is how I found Rick Cutler. Okay. So, and I don't have the screenshot. I think I just downloaded the video. I don't remember. I don't even remember. So I even tried to revert. You know how you can revert your photo and see where you screenshotted it or whatever. I don't know where it was in my files way back in September. And I'm like, who the heck would paint this on a rock? And I'm like, who is Rick Cutler? And I know everybody was looking for security and at the time, but his name is right there. And also Frank said it at the memorial. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about before the memorial, right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
This
wow.
was bizarre.
And it was really bizarre. And I found it. I'm like, oh, it gave me creeps when I saw it again. But this is how I looked up his name because I didn't have his name. I
Yeah.
looked it up like this.
Yeah.
I found it. I said, babe, because I thought it was Ed Gallagher at first. I'm like, because he kind of looked like him. I'm like, no, this is the guy. And yeah, this is, I know other people found him too. I don't know who was the first. I don't really know, but this is how I found his name.
Yeah.
Somebody posted this picture.
Yeah.
And
We did
isn't
some
that
digging,
crazy? It
matched
is
face
crazy.
to name. Yeah, it's totally.
Are
totally
those
messed up.
real rocks?
Yeah.
It's in somebody's vehicle. And this was really early on. I would say second or third week. Not the third week because it was before the memorial. So
First 2 weeks.
yeah.
It had to be the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I posted this on X and some people said that they seen it too. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. That was messed up.
I didn't post it. Someone posted it, but it's deleted off the internet. It's not there anymore. I even tried to like take the image and try to find out where it came from, but the image is not on or AI. I don't know. I don't know. I can check. I can like
You can check after, yeah.
I can check after. But they look like real rocks to me, that one's
Oh.
cut.
You just tapped on that.
This one?
But remember, after seeing the RIC,
Oh.
you forgot about that, right? Because I just noticed you just
Oh.
tapped on Elizabeth's comment there. So when we did that breakdown,
Oh
for
my
people
God.
who didn't see that episode, we thought it looked like somebody might have wrote in blood, allegedly, RIC. And that's what we noticed that when we were doing that breakdown. And then a couple days ago, Allie found this picture. She's like, "Do you remember this?" And we had a conversation about it, and she had posted it, and even Kelly Raybon remembered that.
Yeah.
Like she
She goes,
remembered.
I remember this picture.
Yeah, because Kelly had remembered seeing this back
Yeah.
then as well, because we were talking to Kelly regularly around that time.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she even chimed in. She's like, "Oh my goodness, I totally remember
So
that."
everybody chimed in like on my
Yeah.
ex. Like I believe that this picture someone took. I don't know who took it. It's off the internet now. And what were they going to throw the rocks in the river? Like I don't know. It's in the back of a car there. It's really weird. And if I go to look, I see it says, can you guys see that? It says, oh man, do I have to make it bigger? Okay, how's that? Oh, some rocks will be cut off, but you'll see it. It says, can you guys see that? It says on 9/10 at UVU. They look like rocks to me.
Yeah, look.
And it looks like,
especially
it looks like this is a marker. That looks like marker. And this one's outlined with something white. And this one looks like it's outlined. No, not white. It's Oh, that silver marker. That looks like
like a Sharpie.
Sharpie. So this
Yeah,
one
yeah.
was outlined with silver. Yeah.
Like
And
plus, like with this one up here in the corner, babe, like that one, like you can see the actual bottom of it, right? Like you
Yeah.
can see like in here.
yeah.
So like, yeah, I
That
think-
is just, it's bizarre that this was in my, I even showed you, Chris. I'm like, what the heck is this? Why is this in my album? Oh my gosh. Like I'm going back to like September and checking everything that I ever did. Like I did a lot of, I wasn't on YouTube at the time. I went on people's live streams. Does that make sense? I had information and I'm kind of like, like other people that are trying to get out there, Elite, Tornado Alley, so many people are trying to get their information out there. So I went on people's live streams to show the information that I had way back when. Does that make sense, babe? Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
doing.
Oh, just a note from Muppet. The Chris clip is sent in DMs for us. Thanks, Muppet.
Oh, maybe I can bring it up.
I feel bad for him. Did you even sleep?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. What time is it where you are?
No, like he should have already been sleeping while we were doing this whole live.
Oh,
So
I'm
like,
gonna totally bring this up. This is like what we're talking about now.
is that the clip?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it to my computer. Hold on.
Thanks, Muppet. Appreciate you, brother.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. It is regarding, well, we think Christopher on the iPhone on the dash is an actual person. So
Yeah, we think that's another security guy.
yeah.
All
Sorry.
right, so there we go. It's sent in. Sorry, we're literally just taking this video that Muppet Masher sent us right now, and we're literally going to load it in and play it. That's how we
Yeah,
roll.
they said that he had a palm gun, but he also had something strapped to his hand too. It looked like a wireless. This was before, a little bit earlier in the event. Like he was motioning something with his wireless mouse thing that he had on his hand. I don't know if you noticed that, Mad. He did have like, what do you call it? Wireless Hero gesture control thing.
Well, that's the actual brand name of it was Apiro, and
Yeah.
Ivan looked that up and found that was sort of an older model. So they're going to have something new where it's
Yeah.
literally remote wireless control. Literally, you can have in the palm of your hand. Kind of crazy.
That is nuts. I'm trying to load it so you can bring up, what is this? Oh, in Utah they have a big rock community. Oh my gosh, you got to send me pictures of that.
Yeah,
Or where
Facebook
can I
page
find
is
that?
Dedicated to it. Someone will paint rocks, place them all around Utah County for others to find. You want to know what?
Oh,
It's weird
have
that-
you ever seen this before? Since you live there? Very interested to know, Lilligan. I'm really interested to know that. Do you come across rocks like this? Have you seen it
Yeah,
on Facebook?
Facebook. Okay.
I think that's where I got this from.
I'll even look on Facebook for that.
Thank
you, Lilligan.
it goes back to my memory, and I think I did see this online on Facebook, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. So let me just. I'm still trying to download it, babe.
The video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm just. I'm literally doing it as we're talking.
Hey, if somebody says, "Hey, I just sent you something. You need to look at it," we're not
Oh.
just going to ignore it. We're going to be like, "Okay, no problem.
no,
Let's
I'm
look
like-
at it."
Sorry, my brain. Yeah, we're gonna do it right now because we're on it. I'm on it. Sorry, I just like literally stuttered right there.
Oh, Muppet, get some rest, buddy.
What?
He stayed up all night.
You didn't.
Yes, he did. You are one committed gentleman, sir.
Okay, this is the guy we're looking for. Shout out to Muppet. Go follow him on X. He is Muppet Masher on X, and he's the real Muppet Masher on YouTube. So, this is the guy we're looking for here. And on the dash, as I explained in this video, go back and look. When they came in with the UVU video, the dash said Christopher's phone on the, what do you call it, babe? The Google thing. What do you call it?
What?
On the dash. What do you call that thing? The Google
Oh,
Play?
the GPS.
The GPS,
Yeah.
yeah. So his name was on it. So he had to been whoever plugged it in, the GPS coordinated with the mapping when they pulled in. it showed UVU's the map when they were playing. So somebody had to plug in their phone for this. That's why I think it's not somebody else renting the car.
Yeah.
I think it's either him or I don't know who else it could be. Well, who is this guy? Let's find him. He's not Rick Cutler. This is not Rick Cutler. Sorry.
I'll be back 1 sec.
Okay, you gotta go to the bathroom?
Yep.
Okay. So now I'm gonna bring up watch me do this while you guys are here. Hold on a second.
We got those guys.
Just hold on a second. I gotta bring it up a little bit. You seen me load the show while I'm doing it, okay? So, what is wrong with this? Thank you, Muppet, for sending me this. So this guy's gonna. So Brian's gonna be talking about Chris, which we think it's this guy, right? Is everybody following? Hello. Not surprised at all. Amazing work. Thank you so much if you just joined. I think I've seen your name here before. Get some rest, Muppet. 8 a.m.? What? I was like talking to you like at 3 a.m. my time. Oh my goodness. Have you been up all night? Oh, no sleep. Yes. You need rest. Okay, so this guy, I'm trying to find him in the crowd. I need your guys' help. Like, if you go over video, please, like, help us. Tag me. I don't care. Email me. Whatever. It's alleytopfiles@proton.me is my email. So I'm going to play the video. Brian Harpole apparently says Chris. So let's listen to this.
We got those guys out in the crowd. We got Scott working it over on the flank to make sure people from above are not throwing rocks down on people. Chris is over there with them.
Who's Chris? Oh, yes. Yes, Muppet. Chris is over there with them. What the heck? I'm trying to think. There's no security guard called Chris. And it's definitely not my babe. Sorry. What the heck?
How do you know? Maybe I was in Utah on 9/10.
What the heck? Yeah. What's the timestamp on this video?
So did he actually say it?
Hold on, guys. Like, I'm not that good. I don't know. He clipped it for me. He made his own video out of it, so there's no timestamp. I do not know.
Did he actually say
it? Sorry. I coughed in your guys' ears.
We got those guys out in the crowd. We got Scott working it over on the flank to make sure people from above are not throwing rocks.
Scott? So there's a Scott? You guys hear that? There was this. Babe, did you hear that?
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's listen to it again. We are thinking that it's this guy, but I don't know who Scott is. Muppet, who's Scott? Okay.
We got those guys out in the crowd. We got Scott working it over on the flank to make sure people from above are not throwing rocks down on people. Chris is over there with them.
Okay.
Chris
So there's
is over
Chris.
there. So Chris is over there with them.
Okay. So
Chris is with Scott.
yeah. So wasn't that so? Like, if you're in the audience looking at the tent, would that not have been the people that were above on the crossway above until Charlie's right? Wasn't that where there was a group of protesters that they were worried about throwing rocks possibly back down onto the top of the tent? Is
The
that
flank. What did he say though? The flank? What did he say?
well? That flank is behind.
Okay.
So if that I just described that situation only from a different orientation.
Gotcha.
So if you were sitting there in Charlie's position on the chair, sitting the way Charlie was, flank is behind you, which is exactly what I described. I just described it from looking at the tent instead of sitting in the tent looking at the crowd.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so the flank would be behind up on that, either underneath that bridge or above, right?
Okay. So he says Scott. Who the heck is Scott? Wait, Muppet, what's this guy's name? What are the other officers' names? We got the Asian one, we got this one, we got Long. he wasn't Scott. I know
I
that.
hope Muppets went to bed. And he's
No,
not
he's still here. Let's listen again.
We got those guys out in the crowd. We got Scott working it over on the flank to make sure people from above are not throwing rocks down on people. Chris is over there with them.
Well, you hold on. What did he say? I need to find Scott's surname.
Well, yeah, because you mentioned a Scott, and so he wants to track it down. Lilligan just sent you a vid too, I believe.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just see.
But do we have a picture of Scott? This is what I'm asking. I know we need to find the surname, but my question is, do we even have a photo of him? That is my question. That is my question of the day. So, okay, so we got to find Scott. We got to find Chris, the person driving. We got to find we have to find this guy here. This he looks scrawny. I have to say, Muppet, he kind of looks like thin and scrawny. Looks like he's wearing a shirt underneath this plaid shirt, and the plaid shirt looks kind of brownish. Everybody's wearing plaid. I don't know what's going on. And he looks young. To me, he looks like 34, 30, I don't know. Between 34 and 40. Yeah. And he's wearing, I don't know, looks like khaki, dark beige pants. And yeah, I don't know.
Lilligan, I just watched that video you just sent me, and yeah, it does show everybody up over the top for sure. It's actually a pretty decent crowd video. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Oh, show it to me. I'll try to. Can you download it?
Sure. Just gonna send it to the
Okay,
computer.
we're gonna send it to the computer. I'm gonna play it.
There.
Puck Pfizer, thank you so much for the $5. What was the name of the van of the people who did the pavers? I have you mean the cleaning van, or the van who did the pavers?
The van was there for the bile cleanup before the paving. So there was a separate van that was there that came and took some other belongings and stuff away. And then the very next day, the paver team came in, and then they started doing the paving.
Okay. Muppet said that. Okay, so they're not talking about the cleaning one?
Well, that was the only van, as far as I saw, that was there.
Yeah, I can bring up the picture of that. I do have it here in my Lilligan found it too, right?
Yeah.
Didn't she? She got the trailer part of the van as well. So Scott Brown, he said, is the guy that was running across the Hall of Flags, right? Like
Yeah.
he was. I have a picture of him. I do have a picture of him.
Yeah, Muppet's saying we got his pick.
Oh, we got. So that's him.
He's already saying we got the pick. I think we got the guy's pick. We got his first name, but we need last name to get details, and I think that's what Muppet's getting.
Okay. Okay, I'm just showing you the van really quickly. There we go. I'm gonna open it up. Just bring it up really quickly. That's the van. Can we see what it says?
I don't know. That was just a random quick pull up for a random comment. Like it's,
Yeah, that's the one that we saw at it was on the 12th there. It was before they even did paving or anything.
Yeah. So that was 2 days after, but 1 day before the paving. Because the paving happened, wasn't it written down on the paperwork for the 14th, but then it actually happened on the 13th.
Yeah.
And then this biohazard cleaning crap was there on the 12th.
UVU something. I do have it. Hold on one second.
I think that's how the timeline works there, guys. I could be wrong, but I believe that's exactly how it went.
Looking for the name, babe. I have it here somewhere. So just give me 1 second.
Or we can just direct people to that live, because it was at the end of the SUV breakdown we did with the Alley Top Files team with Wisha and Tornado Alley. It's at the end of that video. And that's where
It was
we
Freedom
did.
Friday. It was a Freedom
Yeah,
Friday video.
yeah, it was the SUV one. It was actually the SUV one. We broke it down at the end, I think.
We did?
Yes, we did, I believe.
Oh, here
Because
it
that
is.
was like a 4-hour long live that we did.
Utah Valley Cleaning Solutions and Restoration.
Yep, that's it.
Utah Valley Cleaning and Utah Valley Cleaning Solutions and Restorations. I think I have it all in my other live stream, if that's what you were looking for. Yeah, you gotta go look at my other live. Tell me all the names. Oh, I don't know.
There.
It's in my other live.
And someone said we're a little bit too loud on our mics, and
I apologize.
you constantly go a little bit like this, and we get a little like that.
Whoa. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about that. I'll back off. I know
We
I got
don't-
a big
we
bassy
don't
voice,
know
so
what
I'll
we-
back off.
We don't know what we sound like. Right? I don't know. Okay, so I'll remove that, put this back, and then I'm going to go back to the video because I'm going to download a video for you guys. So Scott, he said Scott is the Utah, Hardscape, Utah. Okay. Oh, so he's not looking for the cleaning people. He's looking for the actual pavers.
I think so. And I just want to comment on one more comment. The newest one that came in by Elizabeth. Yeah, Sean. Basically, it is. I thought Ali said Sean Ryan edited the video, not you. So basically, Sean Ryan had the interview with Brian Harple, and then after he did the interview with Brian Harple, he went back, edited some parts out, and then re-released the video. What Muppet just did is he went back to that, I guess, which is now an edited version of Sean Ryan's video. And what he did is he clipped that section out and then sent it to us.
Yeah. Okay, so Hardscape. I do have like the 11-page. I don't know if it's redacted, the name of the landscapers, but I can put that in there for you if you want more information on that. I can do that right now for you guys. Where is it? You guys remember that? The 112-page document. So I'm going to put that in here. Maybe it'll help you with some more stuff. Yeah. Pfizer? Is that Pfizer? Is that the actual
Buck Pfizer. Here, I'll
say it.
I'll pronounce it for you.
I'm like, I thought I did, like, I know you're the swear word, but I'm like, are you saying? I was about to say, are you saying Pfizer? Yeah.
I'll say it because it might have killed my mother, so I have no problem saying those words.
Yep. This link right here is the 112-page document regarding the pavers, the grass, all that stuff. So if you want to look at that,
and just
it's a lot.
It's
112 pages.
Just to clarify, it's not just about the groundskeeping. It was the UVU release, and it actually has a lot in it. And that's a document that you may have noticed. Dankster Intel started covering on his channel last weekend, and there's still more to that document. I believe he's actually doing. He might be either doing a show or a space with Elizabeth Lane talking about some more of those details.
Yeah.
So there's a lot in that document. It wasn't just for, like, we were chasing it because we thought it had the groundskeeping stuff in it, but there was a lot of other stuff in that document.
So I have a little bit more before I'm done today. I have, so we're going to find this guy. I'll replay that video because some people just came in here now. Give me 1 second. So he does say Chris. So who is Chris?
We got those guys out in the crowd. We got Scott working it over on the flank to make sure people from above are not throwing rocks down on people. Chris is over there with them.
Wow.
Chris is over there with them. And
so
we
Chris,
got those guys out in the crowd.
Chris
We got
is
Scott
over there
it.
with them. Chris is over there with them. So I think that's, who knows? This guy could be named Christopher. We just got to find this guy. We found Scott. We got to get a better picture of Scott Muppet. I really don't have it. And now I'm going to be moving on to something else here. Let me just see what I have. Oh yeah. Did you guys remember Candace talking about the weapon, Tyler Robinson and the court hearing and all that stuff? I'm going to play a little bit of this video. I'm going to get into something.
Here's what his grandfather had to say briefly at the hearing.
Someone had a stash of eating. Oh, they did? Like credit food or?
Just snacks.
Yeah. What are you guys for Tyler? What are you for Tyler or the other side?
Grandparents.
Oh, your grandparents? Oh,
I'm really sorry you're going through this.
yeah. It's tough for you guys.
Yeah, it sucks. Well, we're here to support.
Yeah. We think your grandchild is absolutely brave, but I'm an investigative journalist, so.
Well, I do. I'm a hunter, and I know what for the us that you do.
Man, you know, you're constant, I can tell you that you're very right. That's why,
And
yeah,
my dad was a cop for years.
Yeah.
And he showed me all of this.
yeah, of course, but
Well, hold up. Hold up. Granddad says that he is here to support. He's here to support his grandson. It sounds like he is of the same opinion as Tyler Robinson's grandmother, that he did not do this, that he was not capable of doing this. And for clarity, Grandpa asserts that he himself is a hunter, right? He also says that his father, that would be Tyler Robinson's great-grandfather, was a cop for a while in that town who taught him ballistics. And he says that that is not what a 30-06 would do. Now, that is evident to everyone. Everyone keeps focusing on, of course, our big reveal that the 30-06 did not go through. But the part that you're missing is it also did not cause any significant damage. Okay? Yeah. They had tried to, early on, people that were in the hospital, making phone calls to various people and saying that Charlie's, that basically he almost had no neck left.
Yeah.
That was untrue. Those early phone calls that went out to various people, who I will not name because obviously I was in communication with many people.
So I just wanted to play that little clip. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if y'all heard her talk about that little recording of Tyler Robinson's grandfather. Yeah, I don't have to play the whole thing. Just going to move on because if you watch the court hearing like we did, it was like a 7-hour day for us. Then we went live on it. But the weapon apparently that Tyler did this with is in Quantico. Why is it there? Right, babe? Like, why?
Well, the thing is that the prosecution is the only ones who have had access to that. I believe the defense has not seen anything about that. And the odd thing is that, excuse me, it's been reported to be in Quantico. The odd thing is they've put a lot of, what's the word? They've put a lot of scrutiny on placing that in the highest security possible, but then they did nothing with any of the other evidence. Like, I would like to point out, if the alleged murder weapon is in Quantico, shouldn't Charlie's phone be there? Yep. Shouldn't the SUV be there?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of other things that should probably be there that just got thrown out into the open. Like, where's Charlie's phone? There's Tyler's phone, right? There's the necklace. There's his ring. There's the vehicle. You know, there's the stuff that was inside the vehicle. Yep. Where's all that gone?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like
all valid questions. I'm gonna pause for a second. I have this. That is the Scott, right? Muppet. Is that him?
He's uploading it. Or is that what you just...
Well, I sent this to him a while back. I mean, not a while back, but maybe like a couple days ago. This is the guy that's running on the right behind Charlie. That little is that the flagstaff? Is that Like, he's running up top there. Yeah, he's running up.
You can tell by the white the caution tape.
Caution tape.
Because they put that across that up top.
So this is Scott, right? I mean, it's Scott up there. I don't know.
I guess so. I don't know.
We think it is.
You and Muppet tell me who that is. Like, I don't know.
We're trying to. You sent it in my DM. Hold on. Oh, hold on 1 second. As we're live, I didn't get it yet.
No, maybe something.
I just have the
So
harp
you
hole.
sent it
I
to
just have the harp one. But I think this is the one we're referring to. If you're still here, Muppet. And then I'm just gonna move on. Hey guys, we are still alive. Neighbor lady scraped the rest pretty bad, and she didn't need stitches. Thank God. What happened?
I think Debbie's having an emergency at her place.
What happened? Everybody hit the like button. She went from that to that. I don't know what's going on, Debbie. Are you okay?
Thanks. Hit the like button, and then Debbie, are you okay?
Are you all right? Oh my
you
goodness.
okay?
I love how you always put like flamingos in. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna move on because I really need to like move on because I've been here for a while. Okay, so this, let me know if Muppet answers though. So the guns in Quantico.
Yeah. And
I don't want it. I don't want it there.
And so we remember this picture, right?
Yeah.
Do we remember this picture, everybody? We remember this man, right?
Oh my goodness. So
Remember?
many people were telling me this is her dad, allegedly. It's not.
No.
I don't know.
But we remember who this is, right? This is Sergeant Major Michael Barrett.
Yep.
And he has a very good relationship with the Fronsties.
He has a lot of credentials too.
Well, look at his chest.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. He's pretty well trained.
The interesting thing is, you want to know where he was stationed for most of his career.
Yeah.
Quantico.
Quantico.
Right there. And I can even read it right there.
I'll
In
bring it
January
up.
1995, Gunnery Sergeant Barrett was assigned to the Scout Sniper Instructor School in Quantico as the chief instructor. So just, he's familiar with the base. He was an instructor there.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of time there.
But why is the gun there?
Well, it's where it would go. It's a safe place for it to go.
It's in Virginia.
Yeah, where it should be. However, it's interesting that the two, I guess, what would you call them? Victims, I guess, would be Erica, Lori, like their side of the family. It's interesting that they've got a connection with somebody who has credentials who could go probably into that building
Yeah.
and have access to the alleged weapon, allegedly.
Yeah.
So we just find that it's interesting that they do have a connection with somebody who could have access there, and it's odd that that's where the weapon is.
I mean,
we're not making an
I'm
accusation.
not saying anything. I'm just saying that,
It's not an accusation. We're just saying it's very odd.
Barrett did work at Quantico. Okay. Muppet is saying that this is him. This is okay, Scott. So when he's referring Brian Harpall's referring to Scott up there, that's Scott. So we need to look up on that up there to see where Chris is, because Chris is apparently there. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. Everybody following me so far? Great. I'm going to move on to this. So this is, yeah, so that's that, babe. We already read this, right?
I have
So
no
I think
idea.
everybody knows who he is. I don't really need to get into depth, but I don't understand why the weapons in Quantico. What is the reasoning? What is the reasoning for forensics, right? Forensics and
Well, and safety.
safety. Okay. So that's probably why it's there. And is his cell phone there? No, the prosecution has Tyler Robinson's cell phone? Is that what I actually heard?
It's been has not been seen by the defense. So prosecution has access to the phone and the text messages and the notes, but the defense has not been given any of that evidence.
Okay. So moving on, I'm just going to show you, like, because we showed the high resolution photos from Barron, and there was like that scratch on the car. I'm just trying to see if there was any scratches on the car, but this is him. He does put his hand on the car here. The guy that had his hand full of you know what? Of Charlie's, and trying to close the door here. So the door opens that way. I don't think they touched the door on that side because the door was open. They came this way and they put him in, so they wouldn't have scratched anything there because that door was the one that was scratched. So weird. Why that door is so scratched.
Yeah, because you can definitely tell by the pic on the right. That's how the bloody prints got there. So
Right?
the pic on the right, you can see he's even leaning in. It looks like he's got his hand on the door, similar to where we happen to see those bloody prints. So that would follow. But
Follow that.
yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so we're just gonna, yeah, I was just looking at that. The guy did touch the car when they were closing it, so we're just going to, yeah, I'm just showing that and moving on because I have more before I'm done today.
Was the Abraham.
Okay, as I'm leading on to this next thing, we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna just be discussing what they referenced Charlie as this rabbi called him, like, the pastors are calling him the martyr. This rabbi is calling him the Abraham of our times. Okay.
Was the Abraham of our time. Charlie Kirk was the Abraham of our times. I know that people are going to say, Abraham, yes. What did Abraham do? He was one individual in a world where they were throwing their children into volcanoes, and he challenged everybody, come to my tent, let's talk. Judaism began on ideas. Judaism began on education. The whole world's religions, the basic religions, all came conversation in a tent. Charlie Kirk never got angry at anybody. Abraham never got angry at anybody. Look what Abraham built. Now look at these 3,000 people. You just killed their main guy. Do you see rioting in the streets? Do you see anybody going across America saying we're going to go, no justice, no peace? No. You know what they're all doing? They're all talking about how can we make America better? How can we become better? And that is the threat.
I don't know. I think a lot of us are going, what the heck happened that day? What is going on? And how did all these people get here? Because Henry Dells did that interview and nobody even knew he was coming. Where'd all these people come from? What is happening here? So they're referencing him as the Abraham. I mean, greetings from San Diego. Hello. Thank you so much for coming. I'm almost at the end of my show, but we had a guest on, and feel free to rewind and rewatch. We brought up Baron's high resolution photos. We went over those. So yeah, Quantico. So when they're going to bring the rifle from Quantico so his defense can look at it. I mean, they have it there right now. That's where it is currently. And the scratches are on the passenger side. Yes. But on the door that they opened where they put it, so they put him in. So had the scratches come on that side because the door was open. So they didn't touch the door. The only thing that got touched when the vehicle was leaving, it was him shutting it. So the door's open. Nobody scratched it. I gotta look at what the vehicle looked like before. This is so crazy. It's freaking nuts. So next. All right. We're gonna talk about Abraham, and I'm almost done here.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm in a lot of pain. I've got nerve damage in my leg. I can barely make it through the long streams. I'm sorry.
Just go stretch, babe. It's fine. I could. I'm almost done anyway. So, what did Jesus mean by saying, "Before Abraham was I am"? He's announcing his true self, declaring he is greater than Abraham. This is just a little diagram here. What they believe, like Abraham is their God. Before Abraham was, I am. Okay, so I'm just gonna move on. Oh gosh. This, I don't even know what to say about this. Can you guys see what this is? Some have referenced in the place overseas, Trump is kind of like, I am, like their God to him, to them. I don't even know how to say it because it's like, oh, I'll show you.
He's taken a reference basically of what they consider to be holy, and now he's been using it as a tag when he signs stuff.
He needs to stand up because like he has a tall back. He's very tall. He's 6'6", and long time ago, not long time ago, but couple years back. We were in a boat, and he got hurt. We went over a wave, and he broke. I forgot which part of the back he broke, but he was in one of those complete cast things.
Oh yeah,
for
I had a
his-
back brace.
Yeah,
and on
back
top
brace.
of that, I mangled my sciatic and I got nerve
Yeah,
damage
so
in my
go,
leg.
go stand,
so
go stand up. Go stand up, baby.
so it's just tough for me to get through the long line.
Okay. So this is a weird reflection. Anyhow, I'm moving on.
Go
This
back,
is-
go back to that reflection. So you guys noticed this, right? We found this online literally when Ali and Discourse were having a phone conversation leading up to the show today. And look at that. Look at that, man. You
Can
see
I
the
flip it?
reflection?
Can I flip it? Let me flip it.
It's gross. Look.
Okay.
Look. That's gross, man.
Do you see that? I didn't make this. It's online.
We found this.
It's
Ugh.
online. I didn't make this, okay? It's an actual article. So anyways, here's one of his tweets. It says, thank you to Wayne Allen Root for the nice words. President Trump is the greatest president for the Jews and for Israel in history of the world, not just America. He is the best president for Israel in the history of the world. For the history of the world, and the Jewish people and in Israel love him. And then he goes on, like the king of Israel, they loved him. Look at this. Look what he says here, babe. Like the king of Israel, they love him like he's a second coming God. But America Jews don't know him or like him. You guys can keep reading that. I'm just gonna move on because you guys can look up these tweets yourself. There's so many of them. Okay, here's another one. And he reposts it or something. He's on a mission from God and nothing can stop what's coming. And I'm just referring to what I am is Abraham, and I am, the word I am, the phrase translated in Hebrew, which appears in the Bible, Exodus 3:14. The phrase is associate. I am that I am. I will become what I choose to become. I am what I am. I will be what I will be. I create whatever I create. I am the existing one. And now we're gonna go to, is everybody listening? Because yeah, this grosses you out. This kind of creepy. Yeah, well, look how he signs his stuff.
I am.
You guys see that? Right here. I don't know if anybody can see it. I gotta bring it up closer. There you go, guys. I'm gonna bring it up really close so you can see it. Can you see that? Did you see that? What that says? July 11th, 2025. Thank you for your attention to this matter. With best wishes, I am Donald Trump.
And it's weird because you notice on the signature, he goes, best wishes, I am. And then there's a comma, and then sincerely, comma, and then his name.
Yeah. What is going on? What's happening here? And then I'm just referencing because I do like a lot of Pastor Sundays, and I'm probably going to bring this into my Pastor Sunday. We all know his senior advisor for his faith is Paula White. She's something else. And here's another one, like maybe that you guys can see that more clearly. I can bring it up because that was kind of blurry, right? Like I'm telling you, it is. Go look it up. He does sign it like that. Yeah. And then we go here. Here I am, Lord, the merch. I am Charlie Kirk. This is the Lion and the Lamb. Here I am. Charlie Kirk merch on TPUSA. This is kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure about the baby jumper. That seems a little bit odd. Here, so we're going to give you your religious values and your political beliefs on birth by wrapping you in this little jumper. I find that just so
and
weird.
we got to talk about the pastors and the religion because it ties into all of this, all of it. Oh my goodness. Ew. Does that say Trump? Where?
No, hold on. It's so I was just looking at some of the comments by Elite Asset. She's She says it doesn't say Trump, one of the signatures from one of the stuff
Oh.
that she just passed.
I can go back.
And she's swearing up and down that almost looks like Muhammad.
What? Well, this is like me and American Discourse. We went over this, so too bad she wasn't here because
Oh, I see it. No, I see it. I see it. DONALDT, blah blah blah.
it says
P.
Donald Trump. Yeah.
Yeah. I just need to take a second look at it. But
Yep.
wanna know what?
This is from Washington. Her Excellency Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, Brussels. This is his. I got it on a document. I went over it with American Discourse. So maybe he doesn't do every single signature like this, but most recently I'm going by this date. It's 2025.
Thanks for keeping us honest, though.
Yeah.
Elite asset.
I
Thank you,
will.
because we can never look at things enough. So
Talking about the tariffs here. Yeah.
I don't mind taking 2, 3, 5 looks at the same thing. Whatever.
Yeah,
it takes.
let's do it. Let's do it. And then we got here I am.
Hold
And, you know,
on.
here I am. Here I
You
am.
don't see M right in the middle of the signature. She's thinking she sees an M. Let's look at it one more time. Look
Okay,
at it again.
I can do that. Which one? This one?
So I think what she's saying is that goes up like that, and that's an M. I think that's what she's saying. I can kind of see that, but then there's also that scribble behind it. But
I don't
hold
know.
on, that
I would have to go look at more of the signatures. But
I see what she's saying though. Like I can see it.
is she saying this is not his?
Well, maybe, but like so she's saying it goes scribble like this, and then that's an M, and then goes.
Well, what does this other one look like?
Looks like this. It's the same.
Same.
Ish. It's a little different, but it's pretty much the same.
I mean, this is all online for you to Google.
That's weird though.
I believe it's his. I think it is his. I saw the signature for the Elvis one when he got the Freedom Medal, and same with Charlie. I seen the signature. Maybe
You want to know what? With how things go these days, who says there isn't a hidden meaning in this freaking signature? Like,
maybe
to be
there,
honest,
maybe
to be
there's
honest,
something in there.
I'll look at it more. I'll start looking at copies of
Yeah.
it.
So thank
See
you.
if I noticed anything.
Thank you, Elite. I'm gonna look at that like clearer and
We'll look at more.
yeah.
We'll just bulk compare like 30 of them, 40
You
of
think
them,
it's like
50 of them.
you think it's a hidden meaning? What do you think, Elite? You think it's a hidden meaning? Meaning?
Yeah, so yeah,
mean-
she said it may not be intentional, might not be nothing, but it looks
Ooh.
cryptic. So
I-
like I kind of get that, to be honest.
I
Like
can-
I get that. Like
I
when she
can go with
pointed out
that.
the M, I saw the M. Like I can see the M there.
Presumably, allegedly.
Yeah,
Right.
perhaps.
Perhaps. I'm gonna look at that more further though. Thank you, Debbie, for the $5 super chat. Everything from Charlie Kirk investigation is just all so crazy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Have you ever seen people come together like this and work on it? I cannot believe it. Yeah, it's just crazy. Thank you so much, Debbie.
You're amazing.
And you're
Debbie. Thank
amazing
you
because
so much.
you are in everybody's chat, cheering everybody on. So
Yes.
yeah, and you've done great work too. Remember the ring? She didn't ask for the ring.
Yep. Yep.
She's asking for the necklace. I never forgot Debbie said that. You're so welcome. So happy to have you on. Can't say so much. I've been talking about you since you left. Like you're amazing.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
ADN, you were a fantastic guest, sweetheart.
So, okay, so we got Here I Am. This is the merch.
Yeah, so
Okay,
we were
so
touching on
remember
this
what I
weird
said
merch.
about I just telling you when you were standing up taking a break because I know your back hurts. Abraham, what it means. I am. That's what this is. The merch is just outstanding. I can't. It bothers me. This one bothers me. I don't like.
You want to know what?
this
I'm fine with all the rest. Like it's weird, right? But that thing is just like this is like a political religious entity, and now we're just slapping labels on our kids. That kind
Yeah.
of bothers me a little bit. That's the part
And-
that bothers me.
Hold on. How did they come up with this shirt already in September? They had this already. This is our turning point. What the heck?
Yeah, that's weird.
Isn't that weird? But
Yeah.
this "Here I Am" is weird. I don't like it. I don't. And they put the Bible verse on the bottom.
Oh man, it would have been worse if you wore that shirt on the day. I would have lost it. I
Right?
would literally have lost it.
Oh, and I think this is my last thing for today because I think that's it after this. Yeah, my last thing. American Discourse sent me this. This is a letter. This is a note from BB. November 17th, 1986.
But there's actually a cool thing about this note that you ladies sort of figured out the other night. Was it last night or the other night?
I wish she was here.
Was
She can chime in.
She's in the comments. She's watching best she can. She's got to be a mom. We respect that.
Yeah.
But you want to know what the deal is with that letter written by BB, guys? That shit was auctioned.
Yeah.
That was sold for money. That letter of BB's. It was sold for money.
Right here. For what was the price? I think it was below. It was like $800 or something. I don't know why I can't read the bottom of it. Did it get? I don't know where the bottom of the thing is.
It just says this item was pre-certified by PSA and DNA by a third party. Letter of authenticity for inquire for price. So I do believe we had it, but there's some. Go ahead.
Sorry. But look what the note says. I'm working. Okay, this ain't Judith. I can't read that what that says. Grant? Not I'm working my way up. I very much enjoyed our talk the other night. Sincerely, BB, 1986. He's working on his way
Okay,
up.
so remember that. He's working his way up. And he's actually announcing it back in 86, right? So
New York here. It says New York.
yeah,
He was
so,
in New York when he wrote this.
yeah. So and you notice the top, look at the very, very top of the notepad.
Here?
No, very top center. Top center. Menorah.
Yeah.
Just saying. Menorah on the notepad.
Well, New York has a lot of that, I guess. I don't know where was he staying? Permanent. Was he staying at a? No, this is just a notepad he had, I guess. Wait, what? Permanent representative of Israel of the United Nations.
Permanent. Hold on.
Representative.
Permanent representative of Israel to the United Nations in 1986 or
Okay.
87.
86.
86. So what?
102nd Avenue, New York.
So
Where's that? I'm gonna look it up.
So another interesting point about this is look at the page to the right, which gives you the description, right? Now look at the auction info, guys. Find autographs and artifacts featuring John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, like why is it in that? Why?
Why is this in an auction where it's all featuring Kennedy? The irony of that is absolutely mind-blowing to us. And when we were talking about this the other night, we couldn't figure it out. Like, I think everybody sort of knows how and why Kennedy was assassinated. I don't think we need to really go over that. He had certain views, he had a certain stance, and when he put his foot down, his life was ended. Now,
Consulate General of Ecuador?
that can't be it.
Wait. It is in New York. That's what it says.
Oh,
That's where this address is at the top right hand.
Ecuadorian consulate? That's bizarre.
That's what it says.
So yeah, back to the description here. They were auctioning this note off at an auction featuring John F. Kennedy stuff when he was allegedly assassinated by our allies overseas, and now they decided to rope in memorabilia from our allies overseas into this auction, which was featuring John F. Kennedy. That is just so freaking bizarre to us, and it makes absolutely no sense.
I put that address in, and that's what it gave me.
800 2nd Ave, New York, 101.7 USA.
It could be different, but I don't know what it was in 1986.
Oh, it's just down the street from the Chrysler building.
I don't know what it was in
Interesting.
1986, but it's saying it's the consulate of Ecuador. And this is the note he he wrote, and it got auctioned off in fine artifacts featuring John F. Kennedy. It's crazy, crazy find. American Discourse found that. So shout out to American Discourse, which she just sent me a super chat. Aw, thank you so much. Best host ever.
Aw,
Thank you so much.
thank you so much for that.
And thank you for this. This was a great find.
I think you actually missed another one up.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
We've been talking solidly.
Go follow her. She's amazing. Which one? Oh, I did miss this one. Sorry, guys. Hey, Measure Man. I've seen you. You go on lots of different channels and send super chats. I see you on Baron. I see you on Mr. Let Go. Thank you so much for hopping on here. This gave me hope in humanity. People dropped party lines, etc., and so much have been exposed. Thank you, Allie. You have been on it. Thank you. We're trying. We're not gonna stop now. And I think this is like us, the people against. Is it the government? Like, what is it, babe?
It's
like-
literally the people versus the world at this point. It's
I
getting
don't
crazy.
know anymore.
And Measure Man actually had a great comment after that super. He said, "Ali Top Files, have you noticed in the last few flyers they start turning Charlie around so his back is to the audience?"
Yes, I
Yeah.
did post that long time ago. One of their first turning point events. I forgot which website it was. Nobody knew about it, and I showed it. It was like his back was turned, and the circle is complete, and the circle is on his back. It's like weird. I'm like, is that I don't know, felt like a stab in the back or something, allegedly. But yeah, I don't know why his back is turned.
It's because, well, allegedly, I don't think a single member of Turning Point can look him in the eye anymore. So that's why
Wow.
That's why they don't
Is
have
that their
his,
turning point?
yeah, Turning Point, spin the guy around.
Oh man.
Just thought there was another comment here. Lead asset description says early AI on the note, I believe.
Really?
So that would be interesting because that allegedly was auctioned off at an auction.
Where do we see that?
What?
What
are you
did she
talking
say?
about?
Description says what? Sorry.
No,
description?
it's a comment by her, sweetheart.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
a comment by her. So I just read out a comment by her.
All right, I just put
And
it up
she
there.
said
Yeah.
description says early AI.
This
Sorry,
was
guys.
sold for yeah, sorry. This was sold for I think it was 800.
I have no idea.
$800.
You ladies found that. I was letting you do your thing.
American Discourse found it. Yeah. I'm so wait. It's so weird that BB was born in America.
Yeah.
I'm just reading your comments, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. He did.
Oh, yes.
Had 'em
How can
everywhere.
we forget that? But that's it for today. I think that's all I have. Obviously, I talked about the speakers like the day. I'm still looking for more. You guys can help me find it because one time it's this way, the other time it's turned. But I think that is it. I'm going to end off with this beautiful. Where is he? This beautiful man.
Oh,
I'm going to end off with this beautiful
oh,
man.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack. And thank you all for coming and keep fighting and keep, researching and keep Charlie Kirk name alive and keep asking those tough questions. That's called bravery, I think.
Keep speaking truth.
Yeah.
Keep your freedom of speech alive as much as you can, and keep your free will alive as much as you can. Don't let anybody tell you what to do.
It's like
or
that.
what to think.
It's like that feeling we know something isn't right.
Everything about this isn't right.
It's not right.
Not right.
This is not right. We are living in a weird world right now. I'm so glad that we had a chat. I thought it was really chill, and I could talk to you for hours. When I can talk to somebody for hours, it's great. You're so down to earth. It's unbelievable.
Actually, I don't even know if we said on the live stream. I'm going to say it anyway. So we were sitting there on a phone call with Discourse the other night. And we're just, you know, getting to know each other, shooting the shit, going over ideas for the show, and blah blah blah. So, you know, both these girls are really big into researching. They're both intelligent, and they started bringing stuff up, and it might have even been around the note and the I am stuff.
Yes.
And they're talking back and forth, and they immediately, she was like, Allie, did you see this? And Allie's like, hold on, that's crazy. Hold on, I need to look at something.
I'm like, did you see this?
And then
we're like back and forth.
And then both the girls went down in the rabbit holes, and I can hear them talking, and they're both researching stuff. And I was kind of like staring around, and I'm like, I don't have a purpose. I'm like,
yes, you
so,
do.
So I was like, okay, girls, I'm gonna go have a smoke, and I'm gonna let you two solve the case.
He's so good. His memory for history. He loves history. He could teach history. He's really good at history.
I like it. It's a passion. It is what it is. When you like something, it's easy to do for hours on end.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna play this one video to leave the show. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because it is what it is. Ready?
Is Israel sinless? No. But is Israel God's chosen people? Without a doubt. God said they are. Is his covenant with Israel eternal? Yep, he said so. We need to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. God says to do that. God says that the Christian is to provoke the Jew to jealousy by our love for them and for God. Did you know that? When Christ returns, he's going to ask, what did you do to me when I was hungry and thirsty, or naked, or sick, or in prison? Jesus was talking to, what did you do to my brethren? He's referring to in Matthew 25, what did you do to my brethren, the Jews, in their time of need? So friend, listen to this. If God does not keep his promises to Israel in their eternal covenant, Abrahamic covenant, if God doesn't keep that covenant, you're not going to go to heaven. I'm not going to go to heaven. I don't care who you are. You're not going to heaven. Because if God can't keep his promises to Israel, he has no obligation to keep his promises to you. So friend, listen, find a Jew and love on them.
That's literally one of the most ridiculous takes I've ever heard from Jack. That's literally one of the most ridiculous ones.
Sorry. You're not going to heaven.
You can't go to heaven.
You're not going. You're not going.
You
It's
find
over
a
for
Jew,
you.
give him a hug.
It's over for you.
Oh my God.
Look, Jesus loves everybody. It's funny, right? I don't know. You don't need to go anywhere. You just need to, you can just read your Bible, stay in your house. You don't need to go anywhere. Jesus loves everyone. And I'm going to leave it off with that. Let's not change what I grew up with and what I learned. Jesus loves you, and everybody say his name, and God bless you all. And I will see you Pastor Sunday, because I got bombshell on Pastor Sunday. So
Yep. Christ is King. God bless everybody.
Christ is King. God bless you
Love
all.
you guys.
Thank you so much for coming.